Because Nuff goes for an hour.
Thirsty Camel, McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. More quiz next. Triple M Rocks Football.
The Triple M Footy Saturday Rub for Thirsty Camel. Camel on down to Thirsty Camel bottle shops for unseriously good deals. Drink responsibly.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M Rocks Footy.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A5 5G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Go! At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful. Mitre 10.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kick set. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with Red Z. Talk to your broker or contact Red Z.
Australian credit licence 311128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A5 5G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Go!
M Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with Listener's lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free Listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. We're almost set to go for Q Clash 29, with the Suns hosting the Lions on the Gold Coast shortly. Brisbane forward Cam Rayner has told Triple M Footy it's a matchup they can't take lightly.
They're a tough team, and I know they build themselves up for these games. So, as I said before, the weathers might give it a little bit more with the contested ball, but I reckon this is going to be a pretty fierce contest.
And our Aussies have dismantled the West Indies by 6 wickets in the third T20 matchup in the Caribbean. Tim David, the hero, smashing the fastest ever T20 century for Australia, slogging 102 off 37 balls.
Oh, Tim David
David has batted more like Goliath tonight here at Warner Park. His first T20 International 100.
That audio from ESPN.
The most unbelievable stories you've never heard.
Are you serious?
Sports Bizarre.
I'm quite exhausted.
Download the Listener app to listen for free.
21 degrees at People First Stadium on the Gold Coast. We're up next. It's the Suns and Lions as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Triple M Footy, prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Ian Bishop, how good?
How good?
Buttered like a Goliath.
Remember the name.
All right, come on, Fat.
Billy Brownless, he said that about me. We haven't got long, Jim, so let's get into question 5, which is a lifeline.
Yes, please.
So Bernard's been used, so you got Damien, the librarian.
Yes.
Pasty.
Name 3 players that have played... Are you still there, Rob?
Yeah, still here.
I thought we were jumping up the list a bit.
No.
Yeah,
Name
we
3
were.
players that have played more than 50 games with the surname Black.
I'll go Damo. Thanks, boys.
Come on, Damo.
Well, Simon Black's obvious, Bill.
Well done.
Yes.
Heath Black for the
Freo.
and St Kilda.
I knocked him out one day.
And
No, you didn't. You didn't knock anyone out.
this guy was going to be very big, Jim. I don't know if he played 50 games. Aaron Black.
Yeah, North and Geelong.
Yeah.
Went to Geelong.
Yep.
That's the only other Black I can think of.
You like that, Robbie?
Lock it in, lads. Yes.
Lock it on the rock.
Lock it
Any others?
Question 6.
Yes.
I don't know if there is any.
Fat, we're not going to get to the end if you...
Shadow Brain. Shadow Brain.
What?
Is a player currently on which AFL list? He's from Finley, same town
What's
as
that got to do with the Heart of Darkness or whatever you bloody...
Shadow.
Shadow.
Oh, shadow. That's it.
But it's not spelled like Shadow.
Tenuous.
Shut up. His nickname is Crap. He's from Finley, boy.
Right, keep going.
Question 7. Which club? It's crap. Which club wore their blackout dark jumper last night?
No, what?
GWS.
Yeah!
That is
See, he's going all right
These
here.
last 2 questions have been rubbish.
Worst questions in this history.
I like this one.
All right, go on.
Which current senior coach has a nickname that is also a device used to lower the brightness on a light fixture?
Fixture.
Fixture. A device used to lower the brightness.
Jim, you need to get involved in this.
That's a good one. What coach?
No, I've got no idea.
Oh, no. Let's go to Natasha. Hello, Natasha.
Recovering from a knee replacement surgery.
Knee replacement? How old are you?
This is my second knee replacement.
Jeez, all right.
Tash.
Real
And
fat.
just 50.
Well, you can get... All right, you're going all right. $250 Thirsty Camel voucher for you, Tash, if you can answer this one question.
Hang on. Going all right.
Going all right. What does that mean?
What's up, 50? And she's got a knee in. She'll be
Second
up
one.
and about.
Come on, hurry up.
Which current senior coach has a nickname that is also a device, Natasha, used to lower the brightness of a light? What's that?
Dimmer.
Yes, well done.
Which is who?
Damien Hartley.
Yeah!
That's it.
He's won it.
I thought there's another question.
Well, I want to give it to Tash.
Oh, going all right.
She's had the knee replacement. 250.
Second knee replacement. She's going all right.
Thirsty Camel voucher for you, Tash. Well done. There'll be one there in Benella, I'm sure.
Yes, there is.
Good luck with the second knee
She
replacement,
got real
Tash.
feet, but the knees.
Oh, my God.
Going all right.
The
feet's going all right.
Fat. This might be your worst Saturday rub ever.
I think it's, which means it's my best.
And he's drawn on his own head. He's drawn on his own head.
How can you tell?
Oh, there's a great big blue streak down your forehead.
There's no hair to cover it up.
Don't you talk, Island? Island's in the stream. It's going back, you white. You've got a shit beard.
This is the worst 2 hours he's ever put together.
He put all his gear out the first 3 minutes and he's been nowhere.
When he wasn't meant to. He was meant to wait till mid-time.
Oh, my God.
Just kicked a couple early and got happy.
You haven't touched it since.
Where's
Hugh Clash next?
Beck? Where's he?
We'll get to him next week, I think. Yeah, we don't know what he's about. Well done, Bernard.
Thank you.
Bounce on Sunday for you. Well done, Purple. We're off to the George. Well done, Fat.
Off to the George.
Have a quick one with us.
Oh, come to the George.
Thirsty Camel, McDonald's and Remont Water, Triple M Rocks, Saturday afternoon football.
Triple M Footy, prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cash back on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kick set. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with RedZ. Talk to your broker or contact RedZ.
Australian Credit Licence 311128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A55G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Every massive moment lives right here.
That is as good as you'll see.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy, and the first quarter is coming up next.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
here. First Stadium. It is Q-Clash 29. The Brisbane Lions, of course, taking on the Gold Coast Suns. The Suns sitting out of the 8 for only the second time this year, but can they bounce back? Gee, they were very good against Collingwood a couple of weeks ago, but they had a stinker against the Adelaide Crows last week, going down by 61 points. Richard Champion here. Liam Flanagan's with us as well to call all the action this afternoon. It's looking a little bit bleak. Simon Black, some AFL royalty in the box as well for all of our CBus Super Special comments. Looking forward to this Q-Clash 29.
Oh, good afternoon, champs. Good afternoon, Flanners. Great to be with you, lads. It's, a big contest here on the Gold Coast, and we'll talk about the weather shortly, but it's managed to hold off to this point. But as you say, champs, just looking forward to seeing how the Gold Coast Suns respond from that game in Adelaide last week where they were bitterly disappointing. But the fortnight ago against the Collingwood Magpies here, they were superb to hang on to that game. So it's a rivalry where Brisbane have won 12 of the last 13. The Suns really haven't, pulled their own weight in this rivalry. So are they a better side? Are they going to allow the bigger brothers up the highway still to pull their pants down this afternoon, or are they going to show a bit of spirit? And I'm looking forward to this one. It's about time the Suns really stood up against these Brisbane Lions.
Oh, Dimmer said it was a kick in the nuts last week, and it's a brand new Suns. Liam Flanagan joins us. Flanners, this has turned out to be almost as big as the Collingwood game a couple of weeks ago that the Suns have to face.
Look, we find out today how long it takes to recover from a kick in the nuts is the answer today. The Gold Coast Suns, it was men v boys stuff. I know the stats say they got a lot of the footy, but for anybody that watched what the Adelaide Crows did to them last week, Riley Tilthorpe was just too strong for Mac Andrew. Darcy Fogarty, Tex Walker, that midfield brigade, Jordan Dawson, across the ground, there were winners everywhere for the Crows. So Damien Hardwick will have had to have a serious... I actually bumped into Richie Douglas on the stairs on the way up here, and he said that the boys responded really well to the game, to the review, and to the prep this week ahead of this Q-Clash today, Blackie.
Yeah, and it's a 6-day break for the Suns. So in terms of the amount of missed tackles that the Suns had last week was ridiculous. Adelaide just waltzed through contested situations far too easily, and that would have been something that no doubt Hardwick, if they can't get a lot of, bring your mouth guards throughout the week, boys, because of the shorter break, no doubt emphasise we're going to be harder in the contest. And last time these two sides played, the Lions and the Suns, the Lions just did them in the contest. Yep. Contested ball, clearance numbers. So that's a big focus for this midfield group today at the Suns.
Triple M Footy Prime Time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. Belinda Mellon will complete our call team. She'll be boundary side as the teams go through their final preparations. Champs, we know about the midfield brigade, but a different look up forward for the Suns today with no Jed Walter and Jai Farah coming in for his first game since 2023.
Yeah, absolutely, and that let them down last week. Ben King just either fires or he doesn't. I reckon today he'll probably need 3 or 4 goals. They are a little bit down on the big man category, and they're undermanned right across the board. I mean, Closey's out as well, Rioli's injured, and Walter, as we mentioned, and Jepson. So there are undermanned Gold Coast Suns that come into today, and it's not conducive to big man footy at the moment. The rain is just starting to drizzle down. There's a big rain bank coming, so whoever gets on the board early will be stood in good stead.
Blackie, where I want you to cast your expert eye today is Josh Dunkley v Matt Rowell, because where others have failed, Josh Dunkley continues to succeed. His ability to nullify Matt Rowell in these Q clashes is almost stuff of legend. Like, he genuinely takes one of the best clearances players in the game and makes him irrelevant. How do the Suns teammates help Matt Rowell out?
Yeah, well, Matt Rowell's a bull, isn't he? There's no doubt about that. But in these wet conditions, it is coming down now, the rain. He's got to just get on the move. Get on the move. It's not going to be a pretty game. It's going to be a contested style of game, and territory is going to be a big part of that aspect of the game. So if you're Matty Rowell, keep on the move, get your timing right with your engaged separate off Josh Dunkley. Does Dunkley go to Matt Rowell? Does he go to Noah Anderson? That'll be interesting too.
He's done it the last 5 times, Blackie. He's kept into an average of 18 disposals and 4 clearances. So he's been described as his kryptonite.
Champs and I read the same article.
Yeah, we did indeed. You had that stat too, did you? Hey boys, just a quick one. As I was coming into the stadium, I ran into Link McCarthy. He was trying to get back Link, as we know, before the end of the season. He has put the cue in the rack and said, I'm just not going to risk it for this year. However, breaking news for everyone, the club will support him. He'll get another year next year,
because his contract is up at the end of this season.
Champs with the Lions are going to give him another contract.
Champs with some mail.
There we go, boys.
What about that? All right, well, we are set. Q Clash 29. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and it's McInerney and Witts. Witts decisively down, and there's your answer. Dunkley straight to Matt Rao. Suns clean by hand. Powell wide. Noble forced onto his left. Rao beaten to it by Fletcher. What a season Jasper Fletcher is having. Berry with the handball corridor. McCluggage, game 201. Chipping ball. Sliding mark taken on the 50 by Logan Morris.
Oh, what a beautiful pass from McCluggage, wasn't it? Just to find the hit-up lead of Morris. Lovely composure by McCluggage.
Logan Morris, Mac Andrew. It's a matchup we might see in many Q clashes to come.
That triangle.
Neither backwards in coming forwards with the way they play the game.
Mac's really just got to rein in the emotion, doesn't he? He got a little bit out of control last week again against the Crows.
He stands on the 50. Logan Morris gets within touching distance. It's not going to come back from the right. First score on the board is a minor to the Brisbane Lions. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Stay behind.
From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Q Clash 29 is underway. Will Powell brings it out to Noble. Short little kick to Matty Rao. There's his first touch. Berry stands the mark. He's at left half back. Just admiring his options, what he has ahead of him. There's not much movement, so he just has to wheel around and try to get them to move and make something happen. He's just had to kick to a pack. There's McCluggage again. It looks like he's brought his own share, and once again Mac Andrew goes back with courage. Did really well. Sammy Collins back in the side this week after 3 weeks out with a calf injury. And the Suns are away out of side, but looks like the pressure and the work rate by both sides is really tidy at the moment.
Suns just possessing the football around the boundary in the hands of Will Powell. Interesting matchup spotted inside forward 50. It seems Darcy Gardner's going to Ben Long, Blackie.
Yeah, Harris Andrews on Ben King, so Harris is going to have to be accountable on him.
The only Gold Coast Suns win in the last 12 Q clashes came off the back of a 5-goal bag from Ben King.
Yeah, he needs to kick 3 or 4, I reckon, this afternoon. I know Walter, as we mentioned, being omitted from the team. There's Dunkley, little kick around the corner looking for Hipwood. He's been pushed out of the contest, so that'll be a free kick to Eric Hipwood, out of side, wing position here at People First Stadium. A little bit of drizzle if you've just joined us on Triple M Footy, so that'll make things difficult. And a big rain bank coming in from the west. So Hipwood now down the line, looking for McCluggage, Fiorini, and Euland do battle as Cam Rayner comes in and makes sure the ball's not staying in play. Push it out of bounds. 55 out.
The other interesting one is Dane Zorko has been such an antagonist for these Gold Coast Suns. I'm Damien Hardwick. I'd be putting a Ben Ainsworth just to rip into him, just physicality. Don't allow any of those handball receivers. It starts their forward chain. It's something I think the Suns need to focus in on because he's so important for the Lions off half back.
Left half forward for the Lions. Bailey back into the side after a suspension. Sends it inside forward 50. Kalachi's got a run and a jump. Couldn't get over the top of Oscar Adams, and we'll have a throw in left forward pocket for the Brisbane Lions. Early stages first quarter, Q Clash 29, Lions with a 1-point lead. That's all the scoring that's been done so far.
For Bob Jane Team Arts, just to let you know, the substitutes are Leonardo Lombard for the Suns and Sam Marshall for Brisbane. Linda Mellon will join us pretty soon to give us a little bit more on that weather pattern and what might transpire throughout the afternoon. So from the stoppage, Morris couldn't quite. Bodie Euland's there for the Suns though. Little sweeping handball is good through a chain. Now they get out of trouble. Now it's pushed out of the contest. McCluggage again, another early touch for him. Lester taps it down. Got it to Starcevic. Darcy Fort with a little handball. There's Bailey. He's got a number of Suns to beat. Gets it back to McCluggage. Kick is good to Archie in the left forward pocket. He's only 15 metres out and should slot this through, Simon Black.
Oh, he should do, absolutely, champs. I don't know what happened to that Gold Coast defence. They're all at sea. Archie had about 10, 12 metres by himself, only about 10 metres out from goal. So they just got a bit lost there, did the Gold Coast defence. Ball's been camped in Brisbane's forward half pretty much the entirety of this start of this game. So Suns need to find something here.
So Kalachi, no problems there. First major on the board for the Lions. The scoreboard's jumped up to 3 goals all of a sudden. Now it's better, 1-1-7. The Suns are yet to score. Played 4.5 in this first term. And that, of course, is on your Triple M. I turn my page, Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Good to have you here today, champ. Speaking of good to have them here, Belinda Mellon, Bob Jane Team Arts boundary side. B, what are the conditions like at ground level?
Yeah, well, the lights are already on, so that's a fair indication, boys, and it is going to come in wet. The rain has just started. As I sat down, it felt like the rain came in with me. Interesting stat, boys. Brisbane are 4-zip in the wet this season so far. The Gold Coast 0 from 3. So if the rain comes down, it looks like it will work in the Lions' favour.
Nice work, B. Bob Jane Team Arts, great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. From the restart, the Lions again. McKenna went to ground. The Irishman back into the side. Yulin crashed into a kneel tackle and will have a ball up centre wing near side.
Darcy and Jared.
You love the inclusion of Nick Holman into this Sun side today. It's his conditions as Lockie Neal looks somewhat proppy from that contest. Blackie, he's just carrying that left leg a bit.
Yeah, he's hobbling around, isn't he? He really is a bit sore.
There's Witsy. Gets in front of Darcy Fort for a tap down. Weller, little handball back to Noble. Got nowhere to go to Weller. And over the top again to Wicks. Now inside forward 50. Here's an opportunity. Good grab by Long. Goes Long himself in towards the teeth of the square. Couldn't quite, Ainsworth, to bring it down. Fiorini did really well to keep the ball alive. Now the handball comes to Flanders. He's in trouble. That's holding the ball. I don't think he disposed of it correctly. He didn't. And umpire said it took too long. Free kick.
Great tackle, Darcy Garden. Does that so well, doesn't he? Pin the arms. Loves the aggressive confrontation part of the game.
Will Ashcroft has the footy. Defensive 50 for the Lions. Berry spins it to the near side. Dunkley with the man up ahead, and it's Lockie Neal, two-time Brownlow medalist, in a paddock of space. The ball sits kindly for him. Of course it does. Then he sees the lead towards the goal square. Fort. Really well done by Jared Wicks, and then Charlie's hit the post. I thought we were about to hear Country Road fire up from all the way up the M1, and Charlie slammed it into the woodwork for a minor score. About as an exciting a point as you'll see kicked.
He probably could have just ran another metre and got a bit of pressure and made sure of the goal, but he released it on the boot a little quick and it hit the post. Here's Anderson, the match winner a couple of weeks ago against the Pies here. Gets it to Noble. Long inside forward 50. Ben King comes out to meet the footy. Couldn't quite, but there's a whistle on play. And will it go to King for a free kick? It will. So over the shoulder, I think, was the call from the umpire.
Yeah, it was, champs.
Non-controlling.
Yeah, from about 50 metres away. Harris Andrews over the shoulder of Ben King here. We'll see on the Harvey Norman replay. It's an important little moment because the ball's been, when it's gone into the Gold Coast defence, just been pinged straight out. They've showed no ability to be able to, a little bit like last week against Adelaide, to keep it in there and score from it. So a big moment here for Ben King.
Oh, as was mentioned earlier on, the only game the Suns have won in the 13 outings have been when Ben King slotted 5. They were goalless in the first half against the Crows last week. The Suns. What can they do here? King's pushed it across the face of goal. In fact, I don't think it's going to score at all. It isn't. And that's out of bounds on the full.
They were efficiency going forward last week against the Crows were horrendous, weren't they? 11% over the course of the game going into the score. They were in the first half, as you said, didn't kick a goal in the first half.
It was ugly, wasn't it?
McCluggage bites off a beautiful kick through the corridor, finds Wilmot. He goes short, hipward, up the ground. Runner further ahead is Leicester. Now it's a foot race and an interesting one. It's Cameron v Mac Andrew. Cameron gets to the ball first, sends it into a dangerous spot. Yulin will fly from in front, and as he always does, opts for the spoil rather than the marking attempt. We'll have a boundary throw in inside the lines, forward 50. We are keeping an eye on Lockie Neal. He still seems somewhat hobbled from that contest a few minutes ago on centre wing.
He chased the ball earlier on and seemed to be running freely, but he is not 100%, that's for sure at the moment. So throw in, left forward pocket for Brisbane. Darcy Fort goes over the top of Witts. Oh, Cam Rayner tried to bust through Matty Rao. Yep. Well, you know what's going to happen when you try to do that. They are both bulls, but Will Power ended up getting the free kick.
I love watching this bloke play, champs. He's one of my favourites, Willie Power.
He's a class act, isn't he? He's a smooth mover, much like yourself, Blackie.
Oh, he's such a, for a pretty lightly framed bloke, just such courageous acts that he does time and again.
I have to agree with you there, Mac Andrew. And now down the line. Well done by Darcy Gardner, getting in the way, punching it over the boundary line. Right in front of us here, Triple M commentary side are going at People First Stadium. Q-Clash 29.
Another sellout too for the Gold Coast Suns, coming off the back of that Friday night blockbuster against the Pies. 2 home games on the bounce sold out, so the club is building. Big brother from up the M1 has paid the visit down today. They come in underdogs the home side as Alex Davies runs through Darcy Ford on the ground. Quick hands Fiorini, outlet to Rowell, whose handball was just a little too hot for his old mate Noah Anderson. Will have a boundary throw in left half forward. Suns yet to score, 10.5 played. Lions 1 goal 2. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. The lead is 8 points. Liam Flanagan, Richard Champion, Simon Black and Belinda Mellon, your call team for this Q-Clash 29.
It's a little bit wet. The players need to spend a little bit more time over the ball, don't they, to take it cleanly, because it is a bit slippery already with a little bit of rain we've had.
Well, Witsy did really well on that occasion. Just juggled it, controlled it, and got a kick inside forward 50. Buttering is pushed off the footy. Davies gets a handball back. Here's a chance for Fiorini.
Wow.
What a goal! Braden Fiorini on the left from almost an impossible angle. And it was almost against the tide as well. So that is a great goal to the Suns, and that will boost their confidence, no doubt. They're 1 straight 6. The Lions are 1-2-8. 11 played first term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Oh, chaps, that's as good a goal as you're going to see from Braden Fiorini going towards the boundary on his left foot side. That's absolutely brilliant. We see on the Harvey Norman replay. Really important for the Gold Coast Suns here, just to get their bit of composure and just to settle them a little bit. Fiorini has been in and out of the side, as we know, for the last couple of years. Really good performance Adelaide last week. 28 disposals by him. That's a lovely, classy goal.
That injury to Will Graham's really given him an opportunity in the senior side. Harvey Norman replay. The Harvey Norman Android price blitz is on now. Score unbeatable deals on big brand mobiles in store and online. Best prices guaranteed. Ball back in the middle. Will Ashcroft with the clearance. Inside forward 50. Farrell rose up. Mac Andrew been really good to start the game. Although he's made a mistake here. He's coughed the footy up. Zach Bailey was caught with it. Good tackle laid by Lockie Weller. Suns will take the advantage to the outer side. Noble with football in hand. Goes wide. Finds Davies, who's in for his first game of season 2025.
Alex Davies summing up his options going forward. Right half back. Now dumps it down the line. Looking for Big Witsy. Couldn't quite pull it in, but the hands are quick. And here's the Coast coming in. Kings at the back. Punched away. Well done, Harris Andrews. Got his measure so far. Over the boundary line for a throw-in. In the right forward pocket for the Gold Coast Suns. Probably not a great deal of wind to speak of. Belinda can confirm that for us. Looking at the flag, it's just sort of a little bit limp, but that rain will certainly keep the wind away, you'd think.
Inside the Suns forward 50. They trail by 2 points. 8 plays 6. Early stages first quarter.
Keep an eye on this matchup, boys. Noah Anderson versus Hugh McCluggage through the middle of the ground. It's going to be a beauty.
Shake hands and see you at the end of the game type stuff, or do you think there's some defensive accountability in there, Blackie?
Yeah, probably 89% see you after the game, but there might be a little bit. There'll be a bit of class with ball on hand between those two.
Inside forward 50, Witts, who's dominating the early exchanges in the ruck. Long fighting hard for it. Ben Long, we're going to have another ball up. Just the 8 disposals last week against the Crows. Very little impact. You sense he's out to make amends.
Darcy Fort in front of Witts on this occasion. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment. Could be on the fall. The umpires are conferring here. Accidentally off the boot.
With me, Ryan. It's up to you. Jasper, with me.
Maybe Rayner, I think. Regardless, it's a free kick to the Suns.
Right there. Stand.
Right on the boundary. So 14 played. The kick is on its way. It's hit the post. Got to give it a go. You might as well.
Doesn't kick a lot of goals, Connor Butterick.
It's a hell of an effort from the non-preferred side from the boundary.
Lions are going to bring it into the outer side. Wilmot with kick-in duties finds Levi Ashcroft. Of course, the Marcus Ashcroft medal up for grabs in these Q clashes. Currently held by an Ashcroft, Will.
Yeah, and he's playing his 50th game this afternoon.
Been a pretty impressive first 50. Premiership, Norm Smith, goal of the year.
And a big injury.
And an ACL. Don't know if we put that in the highlights.
Outside 5.
Archie with it, right half back. Goes short to that man, Will Ashcroft. Right, lime green boots. You ever roll with something like that, Blackie?
No, I wouldn't have had a kick if I did.
I reckon you would have. Here's Charlie. Does some good work against Bodie Hewland. Got him out of the way. But the ball beats everyone over the boundary. Right where Belinda Mellon's sitting, thanks to Bob Jane T-Marts.
Boys, we see Lachie Neale just coming back on the ground. Interesting to watch. He came to the bench, sat down, did not seek any medical attention, waved to the doctor, said, I'm okay. He didn't look that happy. He looked in a bit of pain, but did not seek any treatment.
Thanks, B. Bob Jane T-Marts. Been on board for a long time sponsors. The ball not coming out in a hurry, but Lachie Neale's got something to say about that. Out towards Berry. No clear winner. Here's Archivo. Kicked the first goal for the Lions. Well done, Mac Andrew. He looked like he was pushed under the ball by Eric. And now the pack forms in the right forward pocket. They'll pull it up.
That's a good matchup. That one is the Hipwood versus Mac Andrew in the Lions forward line. Both extremely tall and lean boys.
Inside the Lions forward 50. They lead the game by a single point. And we're going to have another ball up. So just a bit of a feeling out process through the first 16 minutes of this game. I was about to say no real spot fires in comparison with the Sydney derby last night, where it was jumper punches from the get-go and subtle comments about people being a little bit overweight at half-time. Joel Jeffrey with a clearing kick for the Suns. Jai Farah rose higher, came down with it. Lester pinned the arm. We're going to have a ball up right half forward for the Lions.
Is that all fair in love and war, you think? Do we play on?
Seriously, champs, if anything gets made of that.
The AFL's come out and said they're not going to pursue it. If the clubs want to have a chat amongst yourselves, go for it, but we're not going to step in.
Oh, that's good news. That's good to hear. All right, from this stoppage, here's Anderson. A little kick forward. It's going to be chopped off. No, Froggy Lester overran it. Starcevic, though, on it. Looking for Ashcroft. Fiorini got in the way of him. McKenna kicked it off the ground accidentally. And it's fallen in the arms of Heath Reid for the Suns. A little short to Weller. He had to get there in a hurry. He eventually did. He's at left half back, Lachie Weller. Back into the side this afternoon. Now he's forced to play on. So Will's around. Didn't go down the corridor. He dumps it down the line. Ben King's got some work to do against Harris Andrews. Managed to get a hand to it, but couldn't pull it in. Humphrey is underneath the pack. Couldn't get it out and ball it up.
Some Red Z Lenny stats leading the way for the Suns is Johnny Noble off half-back with 6, Fiorini 6, Will Powell 6, and for the Lions, McCluggage 7, Dunkley 5, and Hipwood 4.
Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com, as Neale sends it to half forward. Mac Andrew led with his chest, spun back and won the football. Collared by Hipwood, ball in dispute, now in the heart of People First Stadium. Rayner wants his right foot, swings back onto it, puts it to a dangerous spot, but Collins... Sam Collins, the big general down back, he's the best and fairest winner from last season. He's so important to this side. That kicks it off. Fletcher got up huge.
One-hander.
Jumped on top of Joel Jeffrey and took a massive grab.
Wow, and what a week it's been for Jasper Fletcher as well. Just signed a 4-year extension. That kick, however, he would have liked again. He's turned that one over. I think he's still thinking about the mark, as you would.
Got altitude sickness.
That could just about be mark of the year, to be honest. That'll be right up there in the contenders for sure. He switches play to Lester. Goes in board. Lachie Neale. Short little kick is okay. So McKenna. Wilmot, I should say. Short little kick to the 50th gamer. Ashcroft gets it back. Inside forward 50 now. Big Oscar's pushed under the ball. Fagan still continuing with that experiment, as he calls it, with Big Oscar and also Darcy Fort both in the side for the Lions and just mixing around again. Darcy Gardner comes in, puts a hand on it. It spills to Lachie Neale, who had a shot on goal. That's class. That's a finish. Well, Lachie Neale finishes off some real scrappy work, and the Lions move to 2-2-14. The Suns are 1-1-7. 20 played first term Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Oh, the moment required a little bit of class, didn't it? A bit of polish and finish, and that's what the little champion did. We see on the Harvey Norman replay, Jasper Fletcher's mark. Gee, got up high. Lovely one-hand mark. That will be a mark of the year contender chance. But yeah, just a nice scrap here from the forwards of Brisbane. Inside forward 50. The ball is wet already. Haven't had much rain, but no doubt the grass is wet and just knocked the ball out into a bit of space. And Lachie Neale didn't have much time and space, but for about 40 metres out, lovely Lovely snap around the corner. Good start from Brisbane. They're on top here.
Simon Black, superstar with the Brisbane Lions, 3 premierships, 300 games. Brownlows, he did it all on the Triple M Seabus Super special comments this afternoon. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. The ball is back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. So an underwhelming start to Q Clash 29 as Bailey Humphrey can't take it away from the restart. Alex Davies, Rao will, you know he will. Got the handball out, it was smothered. Davies went off the ground. Ainsworth isn't clean. Neil tackled, Rao set upon. Now Bailey Humphrey with some space. Wheels onto that right boot, sends it deep. Ben King couldn't get his hands released from Harris Andrews. And we'll have a boundary thrown right forward pocket for the Suns.
Just back to Jasper Fletcher. Spoke to Dane Zorko a couple of weeks ago. He said he is one of the most, if not the most important player in our team right now, and will be a future captain of the club. It's a big call, isn't it?
Wow, it's a big call.
But he is proving it. He is just excelling at every game he gets under his belt at the moment. And it was a classic example right there with that grab. The ball back in board. Oh, Lockie Neal copped another one there. Down on the haunches. Dunky, quick kick out of the stoppage. It's been chopped off.
Zork say that because Fletcher picks up his man, threw him off half back. He's the most important player.
Yeah, he meant he's the most important player for me.
Yeah, maybe. Collins to Will Powell. He's in the centre of the ground, is Will. He goes long, inside forward 50. Pat forms again. Witts is in front. And Butterick, was it?
Yep.
Has just stayed at the front of the pack, front and centre, like all small men should be. It's spilled right into his hands and snapped it around for a goal. So 2-1 now, the Suns. Lions are 2-2-14, just to point the diff at the 22-minute mark of this first term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Oh, spot on, champs. Butterick, perfect small forward craft in front of the pack when it came in. Just smarter than his opponent. His opponent there just gave him a few yards, and he just 2 or 3 metres right directly in front here. We're seeing the Harden replay. In front of that pack, ball comes more often than not in front, and he just cleans it up beautifully and kicks a really classy left foot snap.
When you speak to Damien Hardwick about Connor Butterick and that role inside forward 50, this is a bloke who made his name with the Suns or broke into the side down back. Damien Hardwick has made that move there because he believes Connor Butterick can fill that role long term, and last week against the Crows he was pretty handy, and he's starting to show a bit more today. Ball back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Here come the Suns again. Inside forward 50. Farah slipped over. King took it out of the air. Farah back on his feet. Ethan Reid with the hands to the corridor. Unselfish. Now Holman just has to put the icing on the Suns' cake. What about the hands from the big men? King to Farah to Reid. Back to the corridor. Ainsworth fed Holman. That is a team goal. And the Gold Coast Suns are in front in Q Clash 29. 3-1-19 the Suns, 2-2-14 the Brisbane Lions. Triple M Titanium Caravans.
Oh, spot on, fun. It's the class from the Gold Coast Suns. Matty Rowell involved. Will Powell off half back. He just pumped it inside 50. And the last couple of minutes, it's all been the Gold Coast Suns. I just love the way that they are really selfless in here. A couple of guys could have had a shot on goal, but they went looking for a teammate on 2 or 3 occasions via hands, which allowed in the end Holman just to have 4 or 5 metres of space to get onto his left foot, and he snapped truly. So really nice selfless play from the Suns here, and they really have grabbed that momentum back in the last couple of minutes, champs.
They certainly have, and that they need to be at their best today, let's be completely honest, to probably knock off Brisbane, currently sitting in second spot. And it's play like that that's going to give them every opportunity. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. We're back in the centre again. Bailey Humphrey almost caught one on the scone there. Will Powell dropped the footy. Play on, says the umpire. Matty Rowell in working hard. Ground level, gets it again. Powell is there as well. Scrappy affair. Darcy Ford punches it away. Zorko sweeping handball to Rayner. Within range is Cam. Hoists it from 55, but he's pushed it to the left-hand side. Through for a minor. Good passage of play out of the centre. Dane Zorko, of course, has been involved in more Q clashes than anyone. 24 appearances. This is his 25th coming up.
Andrew drives it in from the restart. Handball to the corridor from Fiorini was risky. Ewan is collared by Archie. Suns take the advantage.
Got the extra number here.
Ainsworth, Fiorini, Big Jared Witts. I don't know if he was meant to be in the handball chain, and that's probably why, because he fed it straight to Hugh McCluggage. Stop handballing to the Ruckman boys. Jasper Fletcher's copped one a little high there from Ainsworth. He looks to the umpire as if to say, did you not see that?
I don't think he did.
Boundary throw in, centre wing.
There it is there, Triple M. Harvey Norman replay. It was a bit of a hip and shoulder that come through from Ainsworth. Leon says the umpire. Throw in true wing position. The western side of the ground. Matty Rowe's pushed in the back, so he'll receive the free kick. Now he'll probably want to get on his bike really quickly. He looks inboard, nothing on, so now he's restricted to go back and just dump it inside forward 50, which he does. Bailey Humphrey got a little bit of space. Well done. He kept Fletcher out of the way, which just used his body well, Blackie.
The Suns forwards isolated him. Very clever by them. They knew they had the match-up.
He goes short, Blackie. The lead is on from long, but it's been chopped off by Darcy Gardner. Throw in.
It wasn't the kick. He's had a good year in front of goal, has Bailey Humphreys, and he's kicked the 15 goals at this point. Loved him seeing him have a go at that one, but yeah, really good craft from the Suns to allow him to have one-on-one against the lighter body in Fletcher.
Boundary throw in. Suns forward 50. Bailey Humphrey claims he was being held onto by Darcy Gardner. Sees it over the line for a boundary throw in. Gardner and Humphrey having a word. This game, without Took Miller out there in the Dane Zorko narrative, it does feel like it's lacking a spark for now. It might come late. Witts tried to take it out of the ruck, fell to Fletcher. Quick kick, finds grass. Yulin raced around Rayner, gave it to Fiorini. Going to drop it into a dangerous spot. Ben Long sets his eyes on it. So too does Jai Farah. Long rose up. Gardner stayed down. Quick hands to Bailey, who's caught in a tackle. Now it's Jai Farah. Opportunity on return to the senior side. Jai Farah, welcome back to the Suns. And the Suns kick away. 4-1-25, a 10-point lead now. The Lions 2-3-15 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. We've played 26 and a half minutes, still 3.5 left to play first term.
Oh, it's been a cracking first quarter. Started a bit slow, but the last 10 minutes have been superb. And Darcy Gardner, they're just over handballing. Great pressure from the Gold Coast Suns forward there to turn that footy over. Gardner just needed to get on the boot, didn't he, champs? Get some territory on the footy, but the Suns good enough here to put the pressure on. Will Power again, just love his approach, his defensive efforts. Whether it's down back or in the forward 50 on that occasion, absolutely superb, and that'll give Jai Farah a lot of confidence back into the side today.
The excitement on his face said it all on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay. He knew it was through it off the boot, Black. He didn't even look at it. He turned away, put the finger in the air. It's a good start to the Suns after a scrappy first 3 or 4 minutes. They just didn't look in the contest, and they can turn it around really quickly. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy back in the centre. Witts taps it down. Anderson in pursuit, being chopped off though by McCluggage. Rayner, quick hacking kick inside forward 50. And it's been chopped off. Gee, I thought he was going to get collared by Archie. The kick is good to Butterick. He takes the mark. Wing position. Ethan Reid read it really well for a big man. He knew it was coming over the top, and the run was on. This could be in trouble here. Starcevic. Ben Long comes along and smashes Starcevic over the boundary line, all above board. That's just good, strong, tough footy.
Oh, that's great to see, isn't it? The umpire's not getting involved in that. That's the occasion when you can go as hard as you want at an opponent's body. That was superb from Benny Long. Classic.
That is what Damien Hardwick loves about Ben Long, his combativeness. That's why he wanted him here. Quick hands, Butterick, Anderson, just handball to a spot. No player in mind. Zorko clearing kick. It's going to land in the lap of Rayner. Takes a mark right off back, and they want to put some speed on the ball now. Bailey goes wide to the outer side. Charlie Cameron v Oscar Adams. I don't envy Oscar here, though he did really well. Nick Holman straight line the footy. Suns have managed to escape, and now the corridor is open. Their skipper Noah Anderson reads the situation, then turns the footy over. It's slipped off the boot, and the Lions will go the other way.
Oh, this could really hurt them. Ashcroft, though. Will Ashcroft dropped the mark. It's a slippery ball at the moment. It's really hard to control. And here they go again, the Suns. Butterick, Anderson. They're out again. Alex Davies, short kick, clever. Matty Rao takes it. He's on 50. It's probably just beyond him here, Blackie. He's looking lateral.
He's got to get back for the mark, champs.
He's got to wheel around if he is. The kick is awful. Darcy Wilmot chops that off. Play on, says the umpire. It went 47 metres. Andrews, well, it went 20. Andrews' little chipping kick. That was an opportunity missed there by the Suns.
I think the play on was because it dropped to the ground, gents.
Well, there's also that rule in play.
There is that rule. Yeah, you do have to keep it.
They've only just brought it in this year.
You do have to keep it off the grass. Hipwood down the outer wing. Mac Andrews sets his sights on this and will thump it into the third row. Boundary throw in the centre wing. Damien Hardwick, Blackie, I get the sense would be really pleased with how his team has started this game, aside from the fact that they're leading by 10 points, just with the style that they're playing.
Oh, the last 10, 12 minutes, it's all been the Suns, hasn't it? The contested ball-wise have been, and intercepts have been superb, and their use going forward's been great, so no doubt, he'd be wrapped with his team.
Alex Davies to Anderson. Rao never far away. Gets the handball received. Has a bounce on the sodden turf. Brave from Matty Rao. Inside forward 50. It slipped off the back of the Harris Andrews spoil. Opportunity for the Suns as Butterick spun out of one tackle into another. Starcevic got him. Butterick got Starcevic.
Good
tit for tat. Back and back. Anderson. This will be special. Out of midair. It's going to land in the lap of Ben King. Zorko with a courageous mark. Oh no. Ben King's being gifted one.
Oh no.
Umpires paid shepherding on Harris Andrews. Dane Zorko's taken about the bravest mark of his career. And Ben King instead will go back to kick from 10 metres out, 45-degree angle.
And the Lions players scratching their heads, and rightly so. We'll get a good look at this in the Harvey Norman replay, guys, but that would seem really bizarre. I thought Harris Andrews was really just contesting the ball. Yeah, he was.
Oh, wow.
He hit his eyes on the ball, Harris Andrews, and Ben King sort of knocked him over. And I don't know how the umpires caught it this way.
Ben King cares not. On the runway. He's got his first. The Suns have got 5 first-quarter goals with less than a minute to play in this first term. Their lead's out to 16 points on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? That'll be filthy down back there, the Lions. It did legitimately look like Harris Andrews was trying to contest the ball and not put a shepherd on for Dane Zorko. But the umpire didn't see it that way. The Suns have been superb, and it's really important, I think, with this rain coming, to get the score on the board early. And the Suns started poorly. It was all the Lions the first 5 or 6 minutes, but after that, it's really been all the Suns. Their contested ball work, champs, has been first class. They're up to +4 now after being down by 8 in the first 8 minutes of the game. So they've really clawed that back, and the clearance numbers +3 to them as well, and the inside 50s. I've got back to even keel on 12 apiece.
Triple M Seabus Super Special comments. Simon Black from McDonald's Room, Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy. We're back in the centre again. Quick clearance by the Lions. Mac Andrew had one chop at it, then 2. Umpire said, no, you didn't get the first one on it. Gee, looking at that Harvey Norman replay, you can see why the umpire actually paid that. Initially, Harris didn't have his eyes on the ball. He had them focused on Ben King. Last minute, he turned around to the footy, but I think the umpire had already made up his mind before the contest. Actually, Matty Rao from that stoppage now kicks it out. Ben Long has to meet the footy well, and did okay. Ethan Reid couldn't get a boot on the ball. Zorko working hard, wrapped up, ball up inside the corridor.
Well, Lions did well there, champs. They're the balls that the Suns have been winning the lot every time the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes. So important for the Lions to reset here and set up their structures at the stoppage and go again.
Ball up. 13 seconds left to play first term.
Gold Coast.
Free kick to the Suns. The clock continues to count. 9 seconds left. Jared Witts will need to drive it in. Gives it to Noble, who does just that. A mark will give the Suns a chance. None taken. Good spoil came from Archie. And the siren will sound to put an end to the first term here at People First Stadium, where the Gold Coast Suns are looking to tilt the ledger ever so slightly back in their favour. They've lost 12 of the last 13 Q clashes, but they'll take a 16-point lead into the quarter-time break. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.
That quarter for Titanium Caravans. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan, proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks Footy.
The Big Arch Burger has now arrived at Macca's.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kicks it. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with Red Z. Talk to your broker or contact Red Z. Australian Credit Licence 311128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A55G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Bunnings Trade. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Quarter time at People First Stadium, Q Clash 29. The Gold Coast Suns hosting big brother the Brisbane Lions, who with a win today could secure that magical 14 wins to officially qualify themselves for the finals. The Gold Coast, however, looking to upset the apple cart, and they started in absolute style, kicking 5 goals to 2 in that first quarter to set themselves up with a 16-point lead. Liam Flanagan here alongside Richard Champion, Simon Black, Belinda Mellon on the boundary for Bob Jane T-Marts. Damien Hardwick during the week in the lead up to this, Blackie, would have wanted this sort exact response out of his team after that loss to Adelaide last week in that first term.
Oh, spot on, Flanners. It was an anomaly last week. That's what we were all wondering against the Adelaide Crows, and they've come out beautifully, the Gold Coast Suns, in that first quarter. Brisbane did throw the first punch. They looked really good the first 5 or 6 minutes, but after that, it really was just the Gold Coast Suns that put their stamp on the contest, and you get the sense that they're sick of the big brother up the highway dominating. They really were superb. Some of the key stats from that first term there, the contested possessions were in the favour, and the clearances of the Gold Coast Suns. The tackle numbers, 7 inside forward 50 tackles from the Suns, which was great, which created 2 or 3 goals in that first term, and they kicked 3 goals from stoppage to the Lions, just the 1 point. That's really the difference at quarter time. But yeah, Damien Hardwick would be thrilled the way his side went about it, and a bit of composure too last week. Funners, weren't they?
Wasteful.
Very wasteful, but they very composed there, and their best players had a good impact. Some Red Z landing stats for the Suns. Manny Rouse leading the way with 10. Noah Anderson also 10, and Fiorini 10. for the Lions. McCluggage has 9, Lockie Neal 8, and Darcy Wilmot has 7 off half back. But great enthralling contest, and the Suns have rebounded back. How do the Lions respond?
How are you seeing the matchup with Matty Rao and Josh Dunkley at the moment?
Oh, Matty Rao got into that quarter beautifully. He didn't have much of the first half of it, but he had 7 or 8 touches in the second half of that first term, so he really had a big impact.
All right, here we go. Start of the second term. It's the Suns by 16 from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. The Suns get the first clearance, but a pack forms still inside the centre square.
For those who missed it, Jasper Fletcher may be taking mark of the year in that first quarter.
It was a ripper. He's up so high and plucked it down with one arm.
Could have changed a light bulb in one of the stands. He was up there. Quick hands. Anderson releases Noble. Kick to the fat side. Will find grass, but Ainsworth has time. Wilmot tries to corral him. He pops it into a good lead from Ben Long, who seems like he's on a mission out here today, Blackie.
He does. Looks up and about, boys. Noah Anderson's superb. Gosh, it's good to watch him live. His ability around that stoppage there doesn't get it the first time, but just gets on the move, gets out to get that handball received to start that attacking foray forward for his side. Absolutely brilliant from Noah Anderson.
Ben Long will kick this from 40. He's up against the boundary on the left-hand side, so he's setting up for an around-the-body snap. Umpire calls play on. Ben Long bending it. Ben Long's on a mission. He was rubbish last week, and he's come out to prove a point today. He's got his first. Suns getting the first of the second quarter. 6-1-37. The margin's out at 22 points on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Yeah, great goal, wasn't it, from Benny Long. He's up for the contest, as you mentioned, Flanders. He's physical. He's cleaned up Brandon Starcevic in that first quarter legally, beautifully. That's as good of a snap as you're going to see if you're in there sitting in the car. Can't see that one. That's a ripper, champs.
As Treaty bursts out across People First Stadium. He was 40 metres out and hooked that around the corner, Blackie. He had to strike that perfectly, and he did. So the Suns are off to a flyer, as they did a couple of weeks ago against Collingwood here on their home ground. Can they keep it up? The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water Triple M Rocks footy umpire really quick to blow the whistle to throw that back up again. They're throwing the footy up here even after the goals because it's a little wet here. Matty Rao, another touch, so he is getting on the board. Mac Andrew sold a bit of candy, did well. The kick, however, didn't favour Long in the end. Just put it to the wrong side, and Froggy Lester takes the defensive mark inside defensive 50, switches play. They're just trying to go to the fat side here, the Lions, trying to get a bit of space and a bit of run happening. Zach Bailey, his kick towards Archie. He was interfered with and will receive the free kick.
Well, the Suns know the Lions take the most marks of any team in the competition, so defensively in that front half of the Suns, they've got to be very sharp, very quick to shut down Brisbane, which they are doing at this point really well.
Yeah, they look organised, don't they? Jared Witt's been outstanding through the first quarter and 3 minutes.
Play on.
Intercept mark, left half back, passes off to Noble. Spearing pass is a good mark by Weller. Releases out the front of the contest. Inside forward 50. Farah back with the flight coming across. Well was Leicester. Zorko and he combined. Boundary thrown on now. Might be on. Little bit here from Ben Long and Dane Zorko.
Free kick.
To Brisbane. High contact to Brisbane.
Ben Long.
High contact to Brisbane.
Is going to leave his impact on this game one way or another. He's kicked a goal and he's leaving some bodies in his wake. Free kick Brisbane, Zorko takes it.
And they're off and running here. Here's Ashcroft through the centre of the ground in his 50th in the bright green boots. Logan Morris did really well. Sam Collins come across and helped out Mac Andrew, and he needed it as well. He was about to second grab it. Charlie in pursuit. Keep the ball in play. Clever. Little bit of candy sold. Ashcroft kept on running. Backs up. Gave it to his brother Levi. He's overran it. The Suns under the pump. Fiorini's handball underground. It worked. Holman working hard. Ashcroft again. That's Levi around the corner, but only as far as Mac Andrew. Inside the D50 takes a defensive mark.
Pressure from the Suns is superb, isn't it?
Lockie Weller escapes to the outer side. Oh, the kick's gone straight to Lockie Neal, though. Looking after his namesake. Turnover. Lions now. Chipping kick. Anderson. Wow. Clever. Noah Anderson doing it at both ends and releases quickly. Farah's loose in the corridor. The runner to the outside is Rao. Rewards him. Bailey Humphrey all on his own. Bailey Humphrey needs to make a decision. Does he kick the goal? Does he hit a lead? He opts for the lead. Probably should have gone the goal. Zorko gives it to Neil, and the Lions go the other way. Bailey Humphrey's decision-making not at its best so far this game, Blackie.
No, that was wasteful. Had a lot of time and space.
And Brisbane are out. Archie has it out of side. Spears it inside forward 50. Darcy Fort was on the lead. Is it out of bounds on the forward? It was too wide for him anyway, but you're right, a missed opportunity there. He just released and pulled the trigger too early, I reckon, Blackie.
He did. I was expecting him to run and break the 50. He could have kicked from probably 40 metres out.
He saw the lead on. He only ran 2 steps after he took the ball. He could have ran another 15 and 20 and maybe kept the opposition guessing as to what he was going to do. In the meantime, Brisbane have got a turnover here against the Suns. They put it inside their forward 50. Jeffrey, though, up to the task. Tackles are on. The pressure's good from Brisbane now. McCluggage takes it. Snap on goal. Got it. Well, that was something out of nothing for Hugh McCluggage and the Brisbane Lions. It was against the tide. You just thought that the Suns were going to defend and take the ball away. And it's almost one that got away from the Suns, Blackie. Now, lucky one for Brisbane, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, it is. I'm loving this matchup between Noah Anderson and Hugh McCluggage, two of the classiest players in the competition, and both in a chance for the All-Australian. You would have thought in a few weeks' time, but Anderson at this point probably had to win. But that goal there for McCluggage was superb, just to give him back in the contest, I guess. But on the Triple M Harvey Norm replay, McCluggage just does not need any time and space, does he? That's the class of the man, and beautiful finish.
Triple M Seabus Super special comment. Seabus Super making hard work pay off from a man who, how many times are you All-Australian, Blackie?
Me?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. You seemed embarrassed to admit that.
Yeah.
Did you feel the number should have been higher?
I didn't know you were talking about me.
Brisbane.
Free kick lives from the restart. Yeah, I was talking about you.
Play on.
Zorko from the centre circle. The kick's too hot for Archie. Oscar Adams will win the free kick.
Gold Coast. Straight to him. Advantage.
Mac Andrew took the advantage without much consultation. Anderson, Flanders, Rouse in space again in the corridor. Hits him in stride. Takes off. Vacant goal square. Again, a poor decision entering forward 50. This is what they were guilty of last week. Luck's a fortune though, because it's hit the point post, so it'll stay inside the forward 50. Boundary throwing left half forward. 16 points the margin in favour of the Suns.
Yeah, Jai Farrow also gestured that he probably was the man he should have picked out. Back into the side. So from the stoppage now, Witts taps it down. No clear winner. Brisbane will take it away through Zorko. Comes to the outer side. Punched away from Ashcroft. That was Levi. And over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Zorko's starting to have an impact in his second term. He's up to 5 touches for the second term alone. And we're only 7 minutes in, so just his handball receives. He's starting to really had some damage off half back.
From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. 37 plays 21. It favours the Suns. We've played 8 minutes of this second term. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Davies somehow got a kick away. Bailey Humphrey, Flanders. Rao tried to run over the top of Leicester, who intercepted the football. Gave it to Will Ashcroft. Here's Zorko again. The kick is perfect. McKenna, Bailey, Berry, back to Bailey. Now he needs Rayner. Back to Bailey. If he can finish with a goal, it'll be an all-timer. Hipwood, they've turned it over. Now it's in dispute. Archie came through and took Noble with him. Berry, handball, Davies, intercept. This is pinball stuff. Finally, the Suns with some release, and they're galloping the other way. Powell's going to get run down. Look out for Fiorini!
It's on. Powell backs up, though. It's good footy. It's pressured footy. There's a lot of turnover, but it's still exciting. McCluggage wants to mop up. Can the class come to the top? Long kick up towards Bailey. Punched away from him. And now Weller is forced to be wrapped up, and a ball up will take place. This is exciting footy. It's pretty physical out there too.
Sure is, champs. That's a brilliant little highlight reel for 20 seconds. Physicality was at an all-time high. It was brilliant.
Rayner to Neil to Ashcroft. Zorko through a series of handballs, ends up with McCluggage in towards the top of the square. Mac Andrew, strong, really tough, reliable hands for Mac. In front of Archie, gives it to Noble, and the Suns will just take their time in taking the ball out of D50.
Jeffrey's kick didn't get to Flanders. Rayner fisted over the line. Boundary throw-in. Blackie, Logan Morris, we saw a couple of weeks ago, he took Sam Taylor to task, one of the great fullbacks in the competition, and yet today, with the matchup on McAndrew, seems to be struggling, can't seem to find his way to the front of any of these contests.
Yeah, McAndrew's reading the ball in the air really well, reacting really quickly, and it's tough conditions for a key forward with a wet ball out there today. He's just going to have to keep trying to lead up and compete and present for his side.
Jared Witts put it in the lap of Lockie Weller from the boundary throw-in. King gave a little push to Andrews. Now it gets over the back to Farah, who's already got one goal. Hasn't played a game since 2023. Squares it perfectly for Bailey Humphrey, who just out-bodied Darcy Gardner. Has marked 10 metres out. Will go back on a tight angle.
It was a great mark in the end, wasn't it? Great body work on Darcy Gardner. I thought they might have blown their chance there, the Gold Coast Suns, which they have a few times this quarter, but really important mark to just to settle his side here, Humphreys.
Bailey Humphrey, left foot snap, goal, turns, celebrates, says, look at me, look at us, come to us. They're going to build a statue of him in Maui. He's a star. And he's given the Suns back a 22-point lead on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Oh, he's become a classy player, hasn't he, Bailey Humphreys? Whether it's up forward or through the middle of the ground, he really offers so much to his side with that big body of his. That's going under 17 for the year for him. And Gold Coast, just an important goal, champs, that one, wasn't it? Because the Lions have really started, I guess, drag back a bit of that momentum to start this second quarter, and the Suns have put a little settling goal there.
This is a scrappy game of footy, but it's exciting and it's pressurised, and there's plenty of possessions, and it's just one little turnover can really make a difference. It's not crap footy like we saw a couple of weeks ago with a couple of games. So it is exciting stuff. The McDonald's Areem Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, the pressure's good, the tackles are up there, and there's another one, force a ball up. And that's the 7th individual goal scorer for the Gold Coast Suns, and that's the most important thing. The facet about their game, they're not reliant on one or two big guys up forward. King's only got the one so far, but there's 6 others chiming in. They really have to spread the load.
Ford got rid of Witts and got a kick away. Yulin went with the one hand. Archie, grateful to pick it up. Hook around the body. Hipwood.
Nothing you can do there if you're Sam Collins, wasn't it? It was a great, clever snap around the corner from Archie. It was a bit of a kick in hope, but Hipwood read it beautifully. Playing in front, that's why as a forward you want to play in front for those quick kicks that come out, and this is an important, no doubt, shot at goal for his team.
I reckon he definitely saw him out of the corner of his eye, Blackie. Have a look, he really hooked it around. He knew he had to get a lot of purchase on it. That's clever stuff.
Directly in front, 25 metres out. 22 points behind the Lions. They need this one, and they get it. Eric Hipwood gets one back for the visitors. Cuts the margin back to 16 points on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. We've played 12 and a half minutes in the second term. Q Clash 29. Triple M Red Z lending stats. Blackie, can you talk to me about the ruck battle? Jared Witts having to go one out against Darcy Fort and Oscar McInerney this afternoon, but it feels like he's one of the dominant players on the ground.
Yeah, he is. He's leading the hit-outs, is Jared Witts. He's had 21, and Oscar McInerney and Ford have had the 16 between them, so he's doing that really well. 6 hit-outs to advantage, 2 on top of that. Witts to only 3 between the Lions ruckman, so he's doing a really good job, the big fella for his side, the big dinosaur. We love him, don't we? He doesn't get enough recognition nationally as he should, the big fella.
I was about to say before, Blackie, there's a few stars out there for the Gold Coast Suns, and you would definitely put him in that category. You know, he's not a goal kicker, he's not a big forward, he's not a classy midfielder, but he is just as an important player as their best.
He's as good tap ruckman going around. To put on the plate for your midfielders is superb.
And has been holding up that end for a long, long time for the Gold Coast Suns. For McDonald's and Areem Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. We're back in the centre. Humphrey couldn't grasp the footy.
Tell you what, Brodie Grundy in a losing side for the Swans last night was outstanding.
Yeah. You called that one.
Yep.
Good game.
Yeah, it was a fiery game.
Although it was a fire, I mean, the Swans just didn't fire, did they?
No.
Punch forward by the Lions. Cody Eulin's in the way. A little kick out wide is okay to Butterick. Fiorino, he fumbled it last minute. Lester got it back to Rayner. He's on the run, bursting through inside forward 50. It's going to bounce into the space and into the path of Sammy Collins. He's got support. And a little 1-2 from Mac Andrew, and then out to Joel Jeffrey. That's a beautiful kick. And it's going to find Ainsworth just in front of us and between right forward pocket, right back pocket and right half back.
Ainsworth not going to drive it down the line, wants to bring it central slightly. It'll land on the logos. Nobody took clean possession, long racked up by Starcevic. And we'll have a ball up. Centre wing, near side of People First Stadium. 16-point lead to the home side. Heath Reid just put it onto the plate for Will Ashcroft, who raced away, found brother Levi. Now it's Rayner. Tried to duck inside a tackle. Levi fell to his knees as he kicked. Ethan Reid.
Well done.
Did really well, the big fella. Davies releases Rao, who continues to get out the front of these contests. He loops a handball wide to Weller. Time to assess the options. Ben King, the target, goes to him. Harris Andrews can't close quick enough. Mark's on the 50 arc. Mark has been paid. Harris Andrews tried to release the handball. Ben King, does he have the journey from here, Blackie?
Well, wet footy. I don't think he's going to have it. He'll kick from 54. We'll see, but you're right about Matty Rao. The Josh Dunkley tag's not working. Rao's up to 15 touches, had 5 clearances to go with it, and he's been superb. Still a few minutes to go on this, halfway through the second quarter.
Ben King, who has won, will kick from 52. Oh, he's flushed it. He sent it. He doesn't have it on target, though. It's going to be kept in play by Jared Witts, who put it to a dangerous spot. Where are the small men now? It's a big man chasing it. Ethan Reid, quick hands. It finds the line. We'll have a boundary throw. And still inside the Suns forward 50. They lead by 16 points. 9.5 left to play. First term, Triple M Bunning. Second term, Triple M Bunning straight scoreboard.
And that was the margin at quarter time, 16 points. So they withstood any comeback from Brisbane at the moment. And they have butchered a few opportunities as well from the throw-in. Witts taps it down. Fletcher to Bailey. Back to Fletcher. Picked it up beautifully under half volley, but he's tackled. Bodie Hewlin needs support. Got it in Collins. Little handball out wide. And now back to Alex Davies again. To Will Powell. Blackie's man. Blackie's man. He's just pushed it to the left-hand side from the 50. And a swipe on goal. And this seemed they would have had more points than that for some reason. They're only 7-2-44. The Lions are 4-3-27. 17 played second term.
Darcy Wilmot just playing with the football in his defensive 50 from the restart. It's a shank of a kick.
Oh, well done.
Collins' reading of the football. He's back into the side this week. Found Anderson. Anderson went to Flanders. Sam Flanders, very patient with football in hand. He's in no rush. Wants a lead to the pocket. Ethan Reid's his man. Not going to get there. Jumped in front of it was Berry. Wilmot wanders through with hands. Oh, it hit Zach Bailey in the head. Bounced back into the hands of Wilmot, who goes wide to the outer side. Hipwood's got to go against 2. It's Hewlin and McAndrew. Does well. Brings it back inside. The bounce did Connor McKenna no favours. Alex Davies picks it up. Flanders again will wander across to Adams.
Oh, they've got numbers. And now push that wide. They've got numbers here as well. It's going to get to Fiorini. Jeffrey's to his right-hand side short. He's now going to use him. So Joel Jeffrey, right half forward, now dumps it down the line. It's a 3-on-2. It'll favour Brisbane, and easily punched over the top by Leicester, out of bounds.
They've wasted some opportunities, the Suns, going forward in this second term. A few times now they've gone through the centre square and have blazed away at goal and missed when they've had key forwards coming out at them, which is, it's been really good for Ben King to see Ben Long coming at the kicker, but they haven't been rewarded by their midfielders at the moment. So a bit wasteful, the Suns, in the second quarter.
Simon Blake, Triple M SEBA Super Special comments this afternoon alongside Richard Champion, Liam Flanagan, Belinda Mellon. Your call team for Q Class 29 is Cam Rayner. Puts the hurt on Braden Fiorini, who is sore.
Yep.
He's still down. Inside forward 50 it goes again. Braden Fiorini just felt the full brunt of Cam Rayner at pace. Triple M Harvey Norman replay.
Thank you.
That'll knock the wind out of you for a couple of minutes. Harvey Norman Android Price Blitz is on now. Score unbeatable deals on big brand mobiles in-store and online. Best prices guaranteed.
He's got those real thicky legs, hasn't he? And the big hips to go straight through. Low centre of gravity. Whistle on play here at the stoppage. Free kick. It'll go to Darcy Ford. He gives off to Fletcher, who takes it and runs. And that one is not so good. Out of bounds on the full. What happened there? Starcevic off the side of the boot. 27 plays 44. It favours the Suns at almost the 20-minute mark of this second term.
Driving inside forward 50. Lockie Weller from the free kick. It's going to land at the top of the goal square. Falls to Anderson, who was so clean. Rushed the kick though. Find the boundary line. Boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket. Red Z lending stats, Blackie, inside 50s.
Inside 50s, 26 to the Gold Coast, 23 to Brisbane. So, yeah, the Suns up by 3 in that stat in the second quarter. Red Z lending stats, leading possession getters for the Suns is Noah Anderson with 18, Davies 15, Rao 15.
Boundary throw-in. Reed v Fort. Farah's wrapped up by Leicester. Congratulations to Ryan Lester, by the way, who last week got to do his first, after 200 plus games, did his first on-field TV interview after the game.
I saw that. He said, we've got many stars in our team and I'm the last one they come to. Here's another stoppage, umpire will do it up. And an exclusive for Triple M, if you didn't hear us right from the outset, I caught up with Link McCarthy as we were coming into the ground, and he's put the cue in the rack as far as trying to come back by the end of the year, but he's been supported by the club and will get another contract for next year. He said, mate, I've got 3 kids. I want another contract and I don't want to bugger it up by trying to get back too early. So that's really good news. I was really pleased for him. Lockie Neal has the ball, goes inside to Hipwood, who now finds Berry. Wing position. Logan Morris comes up.
And that really is an exclusive chance, because that's the first time in 20 years of working with this station you've done anything outside of the commentary.
Hey, I always try to chat to the boys coming in to see if they can give us something, and he did.
Away from the car park.
Yeah.
You go out of your way, don't you?
Well, I did walk quickly up to him, make sure I could see him.
Bailey, oh, he's collared by Adams. Zach Bailey, and I tell you what, the Suns players get to him because they reckon he dropped at the knees.
Yeah, he did drop at his knees.
Logan Morris trying to throw his weight around. But if we have a look on the Harvey Norman replay, Zach Bailey, like somebody on a first date, got weak at the knees. Suddenly he found himself with a free kick. I mean, Oscar Adams got him. So he'll go back to kick the Lions 5th. 35 out, 45-degree angle. Zach Bailey missed last week through suspension. Such a talented young player. He's missed to the left-hand side. Ben Ainsworth coming across to have a bit of a throat shot there from Zach Bailey. He just missed the game through suspension. You want to be careful. So the margin will be 16 points in favour of the Suns still.
He's having a few words to him now. So there's a bit of a cheap shot. Oh, that kick coming out is looking for Ewan. He just got him. Oh, a little bit of mayo on that one, Bodie. Bodie's just thrown himself forward like a rag doll, trying to milk some sort of 50. Umpire was across it. Ainsworth now has it true wing position.
Brisbane just slowing them up a bit more the last few minutes, champs, aren't they? Not allowing the Gold Coast fast play.
That's their forte, isn't it? He has to go long down the line. The Lions have got all the numbers here. Harris Andrews comes over the top and thumps it towards the boundary line, and he's successful at doing so. There'll be a throw-in near the interchange.
5 minutes left to play, second term. Q Clash 29. The Lions have won 12 of the last 13. They have well and truly got the wood over their younger Queensland brother, but it is the home side, the Suns, who lead this game by 16 points. And Matt Rao, on his way to a Marcus Ashcroft medal if he keeps this up. Anderson, quick hands. Ainsworth, release. Getting in the way was Bailey. Powell got to him. Umpire said holding on.
Gee, I thought he did really well there, Will Powell. Grabbed him, let him go. Grabbed him, let him go. Umpire deemed that he held on to him and he didn't have the footy long enough. Free kick to Zach Bailey.
Sorry, champs, the ball at half back here. Loving the way Matty Rouse embraced this contest with Josh Dunkley this afternoon. He's been beaten, nullified by him the last few times they've played, but today, Matty Rouse in his first half, 16 touches, 6 clearances to go with him. He's moving around the stoppage and his run inside has been superb.
Yeah, he is that. He has nullified him, and it was described through the week as Josh Dunkley being his kryptonite. Inside forward 50, the Suns again, over the top. Oh, where's it going to bounce? Oh, Joe Farah coming. Might have got a toe on it. Umpire says it's a goal. We will have to have a look at the Triple M Harvey Norman replay to see whether it was Farah's goal or Anderson's goal or Rao's goal. I don't know. Let's have a look. The camera's on Matty Rao.
Nah, it'll either be a goal to Nora Anderson or Jai Farah if he got a toe on it.
So here we go. Talk us through it, Simon Black, for our Triple M amazing sponsor, Harvey Norman.
We see the ball coming in by Noah Anderson. Kicked it from about 65 metres out, and I might tip here. We'll get a side angle, but Jai Farah's got his foot to it just as the ball is literally above the white line of the goal line. But the ball goes over top of a bit of a pack here. Either way, it's a goal because it missed the hands of Darcy Gardner on the way in.
Keep an eye on the Triple M Red Z Lending stats. See who they decide to give it to. Ball is headed back to the middle.
Anderson, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't know if it's over the line when Farah gets to it.
That's very true. The ball has to completely be over the line. That's one. I mean,
it's on the white line. I think it's a Farah goal.
Either way, it's a goal of the Suns. So the margin is now 22 points. Who it goes to, we sit and wait. We'll keep an eye on the Triple M Red Z Lending stats. Here come the Suns again. Again, it's Anderson. A forward hand pass from the stoppage. Anderson with a flying shot. Oh. This one will go to him.
This bloke.
No one's getting the toe to that one. Noah Anderson, the Suns skipper.
Wow.
A flying goal from 50. Goal number 9 for the Suns. 56 plays 28. The margin's out to 28 points. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Oh, that was a ripper. Absolute class from the Gold Coast Suns, and in particular their skipper in Noah Anderson. He got the clearance and just to the old 1-2. Just the pressure, the hustle from the Suns inside. Will Ashcroft had the ball. Fiorini, lovely strip tackle, pinned the arm. Spilled out. Noah Anderson's 1-2, and he's class from just inside 50. He is a beauty. And I think it's warranted a bit of talk about him possibly being the All-Australian captain. His leadership for this team this year has been first class.
Can confirm, champs, that's his second goal, so they've given him the other one as well.
So Anderson has also got, here he goes again, has got one of his hands on the Marcus Ashcroft medal as well. I don't think we've ever had a shared one, but him and Matty Rao have got a hand on it each at the moment, especially in the last 2 minutes here. Noah Anderson, he won the game for the Suns against Collingwood a couple of weeks ago.
Just kick it to him, he's free.
Yep, come on, Alex, give it to him. No, Alex Davies decides to go long to the top of the square. Big Ethan Reid, one chop, two, couldn't pull it in. Ball's in dispute, Bailey Humphrey. Oh, he just bust whatever tackle was there, had a shot on goal, had a little more time than what he thought. Probably should have slotted that. Gee, 57 plays 28 now. The Gold Coast wing control here, big time, with 3 minutes to play in their second term.
And the Chris Fagan chew goes up a gear or two on the Brisbane Lion bench. Oh, Starcevic drops an easy one from the kick-in. Butterick's got him. Starcevic under pressure. Fletcher hunted by Holman. Levi Ashcroft. The young ones combined. Starcevic finally gets a clearing kick for the Lions down the line. He's put it out of bounds on the full. The Brisbane Lions are not playing like a team that came into this game favourites. They are under enormous heat, Simon.
They are, Flanners. They're not handling the pressure, are they? The Suns are throwing at them. It's a real credit to...
It's a throw-in.
Oh, it's a throw-in here.
Must have caught the line.
Yeah, the Suns' pressure has really forced the Lions to retreat, and it's been a real impressive effort in this first half.
Damien Hardwick said during the week, this ain't the same old Suns. Everyone thinks we're this crap team that isn't up to it. We are a different breed, and they are showing it here in this first half. Still a long way to go in Q Clash 29, but if this pressure stays up from the Gold Coast Suns, it's going to be really difficult for the Lions. Anderson, loopy handball, Davies, snap inside forward 50. Ainsworth stayed down when his opponent went up. Archie hopefully kicking out of the air. Now Butterick, still inside forward 50. Humphreys spun in the tackle, dropped the football. Will Ashcroft, hands to Archie, has a bounce. The pressure stays up.
Does indeed. He got it back to Starcevic, but he's had an absolute dog at the moment. Stars, he's had a shocking game. Bodie Hewlin, he could just raffle this. He could take a pick, and he's picked out Benny Long in the right forward pocket.
Well, this is as impressive a quarter I think I've just about seen play anyone against the Lions this year. They've been brilliant, the Suns, with their pressure, and they're getting a bit of scoreboard result now. 4 goals to 2 in the second term. It's been a hell of a quarter.
Ben Long has won. With a minute and 40 remaining in the first half, he just could extend this lead. Comes in from 40 out. It's pretty good off the boot. He's got it, I think. Yes! Ben Long's got 2 and extends the Gold Coast lead. 10-3-63. The Lions 4-4-28, just floundering at the moment. Almost 30 minutes played. Second quarter.
I think Brisbane are a bit shell-shocked, aren't they? They really are. The pressure that the Suns are applying, they're just not handling it well at all the lines. And the 6-goal lead they have to this point of the game, with a bit of rain probably to come, some heavy rain in the second half, perhaps, champs. It's been a superb quarter from the Suns.
Ream hot water, built tough for Aussie conditions when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. Blackie, to go into the body language doctor's office, Lions look knackered. They look tired. They look not uninterested, but
flat.
Very flat. Ball back in the middle from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. They get the clearance. It bounces inside forward 50. Charlie Cameron tapped it back towards his goal. John Noble took possession. Charlie got to him. Ball's in dispute. Charlie fighting hard for it. Played for the free kick. Umpire wasn't buying. This might be deliberate. It is. Opportunity knocks for the Lions. A free kick awarded after John Noble not so discreetly shoveled it to the boundary line. So the free kick to be taken by Cam Rayner. Holman stands the mark 20 metres around from the goal. He'll have to snap on his left here. A hush falls over People First Stadium. The Lions fans that have made the journey down hope to see something. He didn't catch all of it, and Bodie Hewlin again, fist first option, thumps it through for a minor score.
So 63 plays 29 as we have a minute remaining in this first half. Noble from fullback kicks it out. Starcevich, that's a good grab. Well, you've got to pay that today, I would have thought. Play on, says the umpire. Barley Humphrey mops it up, forces the ball up. So you said this game was sold out, Flanners.
Sold out.
There is a lot of seats spare. So whether the weather scared a few people or the traffic on the highway, it didn't make it. As Hugh McCluggage kick goes out of bounds on the ball. No, it's touched and will be a throw-in. But there's a lot of spare seats.
I never quite understand how that works, if I'm honest.
If they sold the tickets, maybe a lot of people just didn't turn up. That's the only thing you can put it down to, because it's a little bit disappointing, actually, for such a big game.
It's still a good crowd in attendance, though, champs. You look at the high watermark, the top seats on the outer side, they're full. Rayner read it beautifully off the ruck, and McAndrew fists it through for a minor score. So the Suns having to do a bit of defending here late in the second quarter. 4-6-30 the Lions, trailing the Suns by 33 points, 10-3-63. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Final 30 seconds, and the sign has gone up on the Suns bench. It's not one of those confusing pictures of a whale or a donkey or something. It's actually a sign that just says 30 seconds.
Keep it simple.
Fiorini, obviously the Suns players said, no, we can't interpret symbols. Just tell us how long to go. Now it's changed to 20 seconds. This is much easier for us, actually.
It isn't Squid Games, is it?
No, it's bloody, the Giants last night were throwing up pictures of PlayStation controllers and killer whales. Sitting there thinking, I do not know what they're talking about. How is this the most accurate way of conveying a message?
It's getting like the NFL calling their players as that lets us know that it's half time, and it's a 33-point margin which favours the Gold Coast Suns. Well, they started the first quarter really scrappy, but they have been on top since then. So they go into the halftime break 33 points in front of the Lions, 10-3-63 to the Lions, 4-6-30. We'll be back right after this from McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M Rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kicks it. Oh, an almighty Johnny Roos, straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with Red Z. Talk to your broker or contact Red Z.
Australian credit license 31128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price blitz on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A5 5G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with listeners' lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. Port Adelaide will be looking to bounce back tonight in the showdown against their crosstown rivals. Midfielder Jason Horne-Francis says they're hoping for a win to mark Ken Hinkley's last as Port coach against the Crows.
Credit to him for what he's done throughout the whole years for our club, and hopefully we can celebrate him in a good way with a good showdown and a good last couple of games.
Meanwhile, Tim David has slogged the fastest ever T20 century for Australia in their 6-wicket win this morning over the West Indies in the Caribbean. The man of the match smacking 102 off just 37 balls as our boys chased down 214 runs in 16 overs.
The pitch was good and obviously it's a strong breeze, small boundaries, so you've got to back your strengths. That's probably best when I'm attacking them.
On ESPN there.
The most unbelievable stories you've never heard.
Are you serious?
Sports Bizarre.
I'm quite exhausted.
Download the listener app to listen for free.
19 degrees at People First Stadium at half-time between the Suns and Lions as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
Half-time at a grey, cloudy, wet and wintry People First Stadium on the Gold Coast. But it's the home side shining bright. 10-3-63. They lead Big Brother, the Brisbane Lions, by 33 points. 4-6-30. Inspired by their captain, Noah Anderson, who has delivered a sensational first-half performance that included 2 goals. Liam Flanagan here alongside Richard Champion calling all the action. Belinda Mellon for Bob Jane T-Marts boundary side. And this man, Simon Blackie, I mean, the numbers probably paint the picture, but Noah Anderson, what a first half.
Oh, he's been a pleasure to watch, really. That second quarter in particular, he had 14 touches in the second term, kicking 2 goals. Now, one of those goals might be a little bit lucky, Flanners, because Jai Farah could have claimed that one, but he's been superb. The battle with him here and McCluggage, I mean, McCluggage has been good himself, but there's no doubt Anderson's got the chocolates in that battle to this point. Super entertaining by the Gold Coast Suns. Some key stats from this game: 2 half-time, inside 50s, +6 to then. The efficiency going inside 50, the goal efficiency, the Suns are at 31%. Last week against the Crows, they were just 11%, so they've been much better efficient going forward. The Lions are at 15% goal efficiency. The Suns are winning in the clinches, the battle. The clearance is a contested ball, both in the Suns' favour, and the tackling aspect as well in the Suns' favour. But it's been a pleasure to watch the Suns' ability to. You can just see it in their faces. They're not going to be bullied by this Lions team today, are they? They're just going to go after. They're in their face. Their defensive work to close down the Lions when they've got the ball has been first class. And no doubt at half time. One other key stat for the Reds stats champs is that the scores from stoppages: 6 goals to the Suns and only 1 to the Lions. So been superb out of the stoppage too.
Wow, fantastic. Noah Anderson, that's almost Triple M, his own Tom Rockcliffe sort of thing. He holds the record for 47 touches in a Q clash.
So you're not saying that Rock's record is in danger?
It could be in danger.
You're not.
And I would love nothing more than Noah to get Rocky's record.
That is a great point, champs. We need whoever's back in the studio to start working on some production so that if Noah Anderson gets to 47 or 48, we're able to get Rockcliffe on the phone to inform him live that his record is gone. We need that to happen.
I think I'll retire if that happens. I'm happy to hang up the microphone.
Let's put a call into the people at People First Stadium. We'll get some fireworks reloaded. We need to celebrate that because it's one of the few things that he still holds on to, the pig.
Oh, absolutely he does. He loves it. He will be the first to tell you that he holds a record. Hey, I mentioned to you off air, Flanners, that the reason Brisbane are struggling is because they're being reactive, and the Suns have been the instigator here. They have initiated this pressure right from the outset, and they've turned it over a few times, and so has Brisbane, but to continue with that pressure, you're just chasing butt all the time, Blackie, and you need a break like this to really go, you know what, guys, we need to start afresh here, and we need to be the ones putting the elite pressure on and not allowing the opposition to dictate how this game's going to play out.
Well, it's been through the middle of the ground. The transition from the Suns to be able to get the ball from their back half and find the uncontested mark has been something Chris Fagan at half-time no doubt will be saying, boys, we're making it too easy for them. Yep, they're scoring from stoppage, as I've just mentioned, but the ability for the Suns today to be able to move the ball through transition through the middle of the ground has been something, and getting good looks inside forward 50. Really good looks. They've been wasteful, the Suns. They could have kicked another 3 or 4 goals to half time, but if you're Chris Fagan, you'd be in there employing your players to that, the defensive part of the game. Where's your opponent when we turn the footy over? How do we shut down that corridor? Because it's been far too easy for the Suns in that first half.
This is the halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Specsavers Audiology, rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Last night, very similar in this game in that it was the Swans that went in with a halftime lead, about 25 points over the Giants. Aaron Cadman told us after the game last night that Kingsley delivered one of the all-time sprays. Finger pointing, up close and personal, in the face, calling players out on their effort in the first half, and then we saw what the Giants turned up and did in that third quarter. Does Fags have that in him?
Wow.
Does Fags have that characteristic, that element to him as a coach, to eyeball maybe some of his senior players who didn't deliver in that first half?
Well, he's got a sharp edge. He's super positive, there's no doubt about that, and I think based on their season at this point, will they be trying to rip shreds off them rather than encourage them from a positive angle? I think he's probably more inclined to be the positive. But
has he ever swore in his life?
Mate, he's got a nasty little angry edge to him as well. Don't know about that, but yeah, he has. But I think Bailey's so loyal, so positive, so faithful in his team. But I think he would be stern. There's no doubt he'd have to be stern based on some of the defensive elements from his team in that first half.
Well, one thing we did see in the first half was a mark of the year contender, but it was quickly followed by a horrible moment. The highs and lows of football is encapsulated in our Amy Clanger. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy. Here's how we called it on Triple M Footy. Sam Collins, the big general down back, he's the best and fairest winner from last season. He's so important to this side. That kicks it off. Fletcher got up huge.
One-hander.
Jumped on top of Joel Jeffrey and took a massive grab.
Wow, and what a week it's been for Jasper Fletcher as well. Just signed a 4-year extension. That kick, however, he would have liked again. He's turned that one over. I think he's still thinking about the mark, as you would.
Got altitude sickness. Yeah. It was one of the mark of the year contenders, and the adrenaline was clearly still pumping because he shinned it and turned the footy over. Choice Hotels around the grounds. Choice Hotels gets you more for your money, so you can check into more, get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. The Western Derby, the next game with rivalry round. Blackie, this afternoon, Western Australian. How excited does the town get in the lead up to one of these Freo West Coast games?
Oh, they love it. They love it. Doesn't matter where you are on the ladder. The supporters will get right around it. A lot more West Coast supporters in Perth than there are Fremantle. But Freo are obviously cock-a-hoot at the moment, up and about, and playing some fantastic footy in the 8. So it's going to be a really good contest. And when you are down in the doldrums like the Eagles have been, you love nothing more than getting in the face of the opposition. So no doubt tonight there'll be a fiery contest over in the West.
And straight after that, to Adelaide Oval. Showdown.
I know I'm biased as a South Aussie, and so are you, Champs, but I think that's the greatest rivalry in the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, geez, the Crows are on fire. Port really have to put something up. I mean, they're gone for this year, but the Crows are playing good footy. They're just good to watch.
Riley Tilthorpe is a beast.
Yeah.
And he showed McAndrew that last week.
Yeah.
And tonight, Alira Sava out of Galea, whoever they decide to send to him, is in for a tough old night on the bearded lumberjack down forward for the Adelaide Crows. But that's all still to come on a massive Saturday for Triple M footy. Here it is Q Clash 29, where the Suns hold a 33-point lead at the main break. Big second half on the way. What can the Lions return? We'll find out after the break. For McDonald's and Reamont Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kicks it. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with Red Z. Talk to your broker or contact Red Z. Australian Credit Licence 31128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A55G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price splits on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful, Mitre 10.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kicks it. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with Red Z. Talk to your broker or contact Red Z. Australian credit licence 311128.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Totally Workwear. Rise and grind with Totally Workwear. Seriously tough workwear, safety and uniform gear for serious players. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Hey Marge, the Rains are here. It is pummeling down at People First Stadium as the halftime break for Specsavers Audiology comes to a close. Specsavers Audiology, rediscover the joy of everyday sound with a Specsavers hearing expert today. The teams are back out on the ground. The Gold Coast Suns with a 33-point lead at the main break of Q-Clash 29 over the Brisbane Lions. Liam Flanagan, Richard Champion, Simon Blake, Belinda Mellon, your call team. This weather makes that lead even bigger, champs.
It's a 33-point margin at half-time if you've just joined us on Triple M Footy, and looking at the bomb, it's probably here for the remainder of the game. So clean hands are required. Whoever controls the footy the best will win, but when you've got a 33-point start...
Yeah, and we know that some people, some boundary riders in these conditions run for cover. Some of them insist on coming back up to the box.
Yeah.
Not Belinda Mellon. She'll be down there, ponchoed up. Bob Jane T-Marts.
I am staying boundary side to make sure that Noah Anderson gets that record, gentlemen. I have Tom Rockcliffe on speed dial, and if you need a messenger, my hand is up. So happy to make that phone call. We will not see Connor McKenna, though, unfortunately, for the rest of the game. He's done a hamstring, so the Lions have activated their sub. Sam Marshall comes in. Leo Lombard, though, still has the vest on, and I will sit down here poncho free, cheering Noah.
All right, stay warm,
Let's
B.
go, Skipper.
Bob Jane T-Marts, great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today, T's and C's apply. This quarter, all thanks to Totally Workwear. Chilly enough for you, mate. The crew at Totally Workwear know that on the site, the water out on the oval. You got to show up ready to tackle whatever the weather throws at you. Luckily, Totally Workwear's got the workwear, safety gear and uniforms you need for the toughest jobs and plays. Totally Workwear, love your work. Players back in position. Here's Richard Champion to get us underway in the second half of Q-Clash 29.
Well, Blackie, the umpires have still got the footy on the ground at the moment. So what do Brisbane need to do, mate, to get back in this game? Because they're out of it at the moment.
Well, they're going to need, obviously, their midfield to really get on top and get some territory inside forward 50. Their efficiency going forward has been poor. They're just 14% goal efficiency in that first half chance. But I think it begins with that midfield group just to be able to get some domination in there. And it's going to be tough because no Anderson, Matty Rao, Semi Flanders have been superb in that first half. So they need to respond through the middle of the ground. And Josh Dunkley is going to really lift on Matty Rao. He's been very impressive around the first half.
Now, we might be getting a little ahead of ourselves, but just having a look at the live ladder, they're currently in 7th spot now, the Gold Coast Suns. Their percentage, all important, when you've got Freo on 108, Hawks 119 and Giants 118. They're on 117 at the moment. So a winning margin is also important as the 4 points as we're back underway for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. King out in front. The Suns have got the first clearance. Couldn't quite pluck it in. There's Darcy Garner, just taps it into the path of a teammate as the rain continues to belt down of it at its heaviest right now. Here's Weller. Puts it inside forward 50. Who's there? Punch down Fiorini. Taps it towards King. Starcevic is in pursuit. Can't control it. Here's Long. It's a slippery ball. That's going to be the theme of the second half as it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Yeah, it's really coming down the rain now, so it's going to be simple football, isn't it? Just get to the ball, the top of the goal square, get your forwards to compete, smalls at ground level. Don't overplay, don't over handball, just think territory.
Boundary throw-in, Suns forward 50. kicking to the left of your radio dial. Farah for goal number 2. He's got it. Jai Farah. What a story. First game since 2023, and he has showed up in fine fashion.
Certainly won't be his last.
First of the third term goes to Jai Farah, and the margin's out to a game-high 39 points on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. Rise and grind with Totally Workwear. Seriously tough workwear, safety and uniform gear for serious players. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Oh, really, really great stoppage work, wasn't it, from Jai Farah? Ryan Lester was his opponent. We see here on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay, just squeezes Lester into the ruckman, the contest area, and just ball bobbles out the back. And lovely finish, classy finish by Jai Farah in the end, and exactly what the Suns wanted to start this third quarter, and exactly what the Lions didn't.
Wow, not conducive weather to someone with long hair either, is it? He just makes it just droop down.
It's like a wet dog.
On the side of the head. McDonald's and Ream Hotwater, Triple M rocks footy. Matty Rowd out of the centre, in towards the teeth of goals again. King, one chop, couldn't quite. Ainsworth, kick at the footy, just to the right-hand side. Well, they're doing all the attacking, all the clearances at the moment are in their favour. Jared Witts is setting them up. He's really on top of Oscar McInerney and Darcy Fort from the Lions.
Bailey Humphrey almost took an incredible mark in the slippery conditions. Instead, they've managed to hold on to it at right half forward. It spills out the back finally. Dunkley kicked in a hurry. Morris v McAndrew. McAndrew definitely had the better of that one-on-one contest, and he's going to get the football back. Slipped the tackle. Took off. Matty Rowell, of course. The ball just ran away from him. Neil McCluggage. Lions going to the right of your radio dial. That kick won't get to Morris in time. Suns have the numbers. Noble to release by foot. 2 players out in space. Now they just have to work their way through it. Rowell, handball over the top. Finds Lockie Weller, who takes it upon himself. Inside forward 50. Champ saw him first. Lockie Weller saw him second. Ben Ainsworth marks 10 out. 45-degree angle.
Oh, that was all class, wasn't it? Absolutely. Again, it's just been a good example of the game so far. Suns winning the contested ball, using it really well inside 50.
He takes the snap, he kicks the goal, and this, even at this early stage of the third term, is starting to get away from the Lions. 12-4-76. The Lions 4-6-30. It's a 46-point margin in Q Clash 29 on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard.
We see here on the Harvey Norman replay, McCluggage to one, turning the ball over, and just love this transition from the Suns today. Just not messing around with it, using it quickly, champs. Forward handball, and a beautiful, classy finish there to find Noah Ainsworth in the forward pocket. Suns dominated. Suns have been absolutely superb. It's been as good as I think I've seen them play this year.
Really good kick by Lockie Weller. He had probably 4 to choose from, and there was only 3 Lions defenders there, but Ainsworth was the deepest player and therefore under the least amount of pressure, and he plucked him out beautifully. That was really smart play. They are playing smart footy at the moment, the Suns, and that is a free kick to Matty Rowell, who is just dominating in that centre. Simon Black, please give me his Red Z Lending stats.
Matty Rowell's now up to 21 touches to go with his 8 clearances.
And he's actually getting some loose footy this afternoon as well. Normally he's just winning every contested possession going around as Jared Witts leads out and takes the mark in front of Oscar McInerney. Wants to get on with the job. He's got Benny Long inside 450. Beautifully put, Witsy.
Taking the absolute PISS.
How's the touch on Big Witsy? That had to be perfectly weighted, and he just leant back nonchalantly and put it into Benny Long's arms, and we'll have a shot from 30 metres out. Tight angle, but gee, the Suns can do no wrong at the moment. This will probably go through as well. Already has 2, Ben Long. Strikes out beautifully. Make it 3. Don't worry about that. That is taking the piss. Wow. Oh, they can do no wrong. This is good footy. This is good footy. I mean, I played for the Lions. There's Judy Black. I don't know who to barrack for. This is just a good game, but I think we want the Suns to play finals footy. They still got a game in hand. I don't care who wins, but it'll be great to see the Suns play finals footy. This is just exciting stuff.
Well, it is a great effort from the Suns, isn't it? I mean, they look like the premiers, not the Brisbane Lions today. The way they're playing, it's absolutely superb. And speaking about the midfield domination of the Suns at half-time, and that's where the Lions need to lift. to start this third quarter, the ball has just been camped out of the middle inside the forward 50 for the Suns. Matty Rao, Anderson, Davies in there, Witsy in the ruck. It's just been an example of midfield class.
52 points is the margin. We've still got 17 minutes left to play in the third term. Ball back in the middle from McDonald's and Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Matty Rao collected high by Will Ashcroft. He is relentless. Everything is done at 100%. Matt Rao goes wide, finds Joel Jeffrey.
He didn't even need to go head first at that, did he? He just chose to.
No, I get the sense he used to jump off roofs as a kid for fun. Powell lowers the eyes. Flanders marks.
Mum, I broke my arm again.
Yeah.
That a boy.
He had a frequent flyers card at the hospital, I reckon, Matt Rao. No stranger to a cast. Inside forward 50 go the Suns once again. Leicester with a clearing kick. It's going to come back in though. Flanders, if he ever picks it up, dance step one way. Gave it to Davies, made it his problem. Davies got a kick away. It's going to float. Will it stay in? I think. No, out of bounds on the full free kick lines, left back pocket.
Thank you. Well, this could be a winning lead.
Keep going outside.
You know, it's just you just don't see Brisbane getting back into it at the moment. They do play in bursts, we know that, but this weather isn't conducive for that. So they are in trouble, the Lions. But full credit to the Suns at the moment. It ain't over though. We saw that Collingwood game a couple of weeks ago. Collingwood come from behind and ended up getting in front, and through Noah Anderson is the only reason they won it. Matty Rao again. Jai Farah, little hands were good to Alex Davies, and that's out of bounds on the full. So they have had more opportunities to actually score, and have butchered a few.
Who are the best wet weather players you two ever played with?
Oh, Joe Snackermanis will tell you he was the best. He was very good.
But I'm asking you, Simon.
Frosty was pretty good, wasn't he, with his hands?
Yeah, Vossi. If I had to pick one, yeah, I'd say Vossi.
Okay. Chance?
Yeah.
Vossi as well. Unanimous. Triple M commentary box votes 1M Voss. Lockie Neal went the corridor kick, optimistic. There was a nest of Suns players. Will Powell got to the football, found Noble. Kicks wide. Fiorini will take an uncontested mark here. Now he has numbers inside forward 50. Ben Ainsworth v Zorko, Long v Starcevic, Farah v Gardner. Decides to go backwards, finds Hewlin standing on the logos, near side. He's going to switch the play to the very outer side. Joel Jeffrey will mark. Maybe give it to the running back Andrew. Lowers the eyes, the lead from Farah. Couldn't complete the mark. Numbers at the fall for the Lions. The pressure, you know it'll come from the Suns. They managed to navigate their way through. But this is going to come back in because the Suns have numbers defensively.
Oh, you know what? That was just smart footy by the Suns as the ball's in dispute out of sight. It's towards the boundary line, and I thought it was going to go over. In fact, Hitwood did run over the boundary line, I think. So it'll be a throw-in. But, Blakey, that was just patient footy. They could have just bombed it inside forward 50, but they opted to chew a bit of clock. I know it's early, but chew some clock. Make percentage, play possession.
Just loving the way the Suns are setting up behind the ball, champs, making it very hard for Brisbane when they do win it to actually find someone ahead of the ball.
Well, they're second to the ball at the moment. There's Matty Rao in first again, as he always is. Kicks it up towards Jai Farah. Darcy Gardner trying to have something to say about that. Eventually got a handball to Jared Berry. Just hacks it down the line. Hip would come up to meet the footy. Weller, though, has it for the Suns. Got a handball away. Here's an opportunity. Dunkley, good one over the top. Charlie Cameron runs onto it, takes the mark. To almost the jeers of the Brisbane Lions fans that have travelled down the highway to watch their team currently sitting in second spot. Charlie Cameron will have a shot, slight angle from 40 out.
Yeah, obviously a much needed foray forward for Brisbane, and there wasn't anything pretty about it in these conditions. I guess it's what Brisbane needs just to break even in the contested ball clinches, because Matty Rao and his mate Noah Anderson dominating.
Lions need a spark. Can Charlie produce? Good off the boot. Oh, it's hit the post. That's his second poster for the game. He kicked one in the first term. He was only about 2 metres out on that occasion and just hooked it too sharply, and on that occasion hit the narrow side of the post. So, gee, they need a major rule soon.
51 points the margin in favour of the Gold Coast Suns as Jeffrey sends it down the line. Alex Davies, perfect front and centre, did not see the Zorko tackle coming. Dunkley In fact, we'll get the free kick and give it to Zorko. Went quickly, went early, got it in Bailey, and I think Zach Bailey might have short-armed that. I think he thought there was a defender closing pressure, and here come the Suns with football in hand. Powell, looping handball, puts it out to Flanders. Wilmot will get to him, he's got wheels. Noah Anderson there. Huge Rashuda-like handball, doesn't quite get to Bailey Humphrey. He got to Starcevic.
He's all at sea this afternoon, Starcevic.
He Gordon Talist him. He spun him round like Brett Hodgson.
I don't know if he's thinking about a contract or what, Starcevic, but he is just all out of sorts this afternoon.
Bailey Humphrey will square the ball. Oh, he's missed his target. Mac Andrew, big moment. Charlie Cameron got to him. Joel Jeffrey dove through the tackle, earns himself a free kick.
Yeah, it's certainly not Brandon Starcevic's day. He's just had the fumbles from the outset. It's difficult conditions out there, but a lot of players are handling it really well, especially this guy, Johnny Noble, puts it into Wolves' line. That's a great grab. Gee, that's a smart two grab mark. Just flattened the hands, kept it in front, kept the momentum running and took it in second grab. They are playing smart footy. I love the way they're going about it.
The sort of player, Benny Long, when you look at him, you're thinking a grand final, he could kick 4 or 5. He's got that X factor about him.
Shane Ellen's about him.
Well, this will be for number 4 this afternoon, Blackie.
In the air, on the ground, he's got real capability.
And I think he's that type of player that the better he plays, the better he's going to play. He just now believes in himself. Oh, chalk it down! Number 4, Ben Long. He's brought his own serum this afternoon. Look at him get around him, and he is just full of confidence and self-belief right now, and he's playing exceptional footy. The Suns are 14-4-88, and the Lions 4-7-31. Almost 13 minutes played third term. That's on your Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard.
Oh, this is impressive. I think this is about the best I've ever seen the Gold Coast Suns play. They've been magnificent this afternoon, and as you call beautifully, Chance, Benny Long there on the wily veteran in Ryan Lester, who rarely gets beaten. He's towed Lester up this afternoon. He's been superb. Now, how's Brisbane got to respond? In a lot of ways, Brisbane have just been doing enough in recent weeks. They haven't been setting the world on fire. They've just been doing enough. So against a side red hot this afternoon, challenging finals, it's a bit of a kick in the backside for this Lions team.
Simon Black, Triple M Seabell Super special comments. Seabell Super making hard work pay off. Free kick going to the Lions. It'll go to Will Ashcroft, the current holder of the Marcus Ashcroft medal. I don't think it'll be coming back to the Ashcroft household today. My guess is it's going to be around the neck of a Gold Coast Suns player. Ashcroft will just launch inside 50 with a wobbler. Tough to catch in these conditions. Logan Morris couldn't bring it down. A host of players sit on top of the ball, and we'll have a ball up 35 out from the Lions goal.
Ethan? Oscar Ethan.
So ball up, 40 out. Hipwood comes through, gives it to Fletcher, trying to get through a wall of Suns, unsuccessful. There's Rowell again, down on his haunches, trying to get the footy out. Ashcroft will, up and down kicks, going to fall in the arms of Bailey. He did really well, found himself some space, got it. Well done, Zach Bailey, he made something happen there. A real opportunist goal, that one. The ball bounced in front of a couple of players, and thankfully it just bounced straight back up in the air. He was able to control it quite easily, and then a little bit of a song and a dance. Found himself in some space and hooked it around the corner for a goal. A much needed one to Brisbane. 5-7-37 to the Suns. 14-4-88. 14 played, third term. Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard.
A little classy forward for Brisbane, superb. He does things very well in terms of the craft of a small forward, doesn't he? He just gets to really good spots, reacts quickly, and drives his legs when he gets his ball to get himself in a bit of space. Lovely piece of forward play there.
Saw it on the Triple M Harvey Norman replay there. The Harvey Norman Android price blitz is on now. Score unbeatable deals on big brands, mobiles in-store and online. Best prices guaranteed. Still 10.5 to go in this second term, where the Suns putting on something of a clinic here as Davies gets the clearance. Wilmot, he's given away a free kick on Butterick. Butterick probably had the better of that matchup today.
Time back on. Yep. Play on.
Hands off to Bailey Humphrey, who just launches from 50.
Oh, no way.
Build the statue. Build the statue. Bailey Humphrey from Moe has got two. He's a bums on seats type footballer. And that is goal number 15 for the Suns. 15-4-94 the Suns. 5-7-37 the Lions. Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. Rise and grind with Totally Workwear. Seriously tough workwear. Safety and uniform gear for serious players. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, Flan. It's a great call, Moe. Your boy from Moe. That was great. They've kicked 9 goals from stoppages, the Gold Coast Suns. Absolutely brilliant. 4 of those out of the centre bounce, and that was another centre bounce goal just there. This year, just his development, his strength, champs, has been superb, hasn't he?
That kick has gone 70 metres. He kicked it from 60 and it's travelled 10 through and hit the fence.
In the wet,
the wet, if you don't mind. That is incredible. For McDonald's Areem Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy. Macca's Big Arch has now arrived at Macca's as they get another clearance here. Here they go again, just doing as they please out of side. Alex Davies under pressure, but got a handball to Will Powell. A little handball over the top. Fumbled by Anderson. Now he's tackled. Berry's got him. What will it be? Oh, umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt and we'll ball it up.
It's just too easy, isn't it? Brisbane's pressure's just not there. The Suns and the clinches have been able to flick with their hands, get it to a person in space and use it well. Brisbane's pressure's been really poor.
Witchy tapped it down, only as far as Berry. Ball spills free. Alex Davies in there working hard. Spills out. Now to Rayner. Cam Rayner, a little left fuller down the line. He's got Dunkley and he's got Bodie Hewlin there to beat. Ball spills free. Handball only as far as Lockie Neal, who just hacks it forward by foot. Mac Andrews in the way. In trouble is Mac, but he's got support. Jeffrey over the top.
Numbers everywhere.
Yeah, to Flanders. Now Fiorini. And now they're away again here. And Joy Farrah's clear if he can tap it on.
Oh, clever by Ainsworth. Tried to get it in the Farrah direction. Harris Andrews upended. Ainsworth back in the contest. Farrah.
Just work rate.
Some separation here. Dances around Harris Andrews. Looks inside. All on his own is Bailey. Oh, closing speed was good from Wilmot. Bailey Humphrey might have been taken high. We'll have a ball up. 30 out from the Suns' goal.
This is just pure work rate. The Suns are outworking Brisbane. Every time you look up at the contest, there's an extra couple of players, couple of Suns players around the area. It's just pure work rate from them.
Witts and McInerney entangled. Marshall couldn't take it away. Levi Ashcroft is ragdolled. Davies. Alex Davies' first game for the season. What are his numbers? He's potentially looking to move elsewhere in the off-season. Can't get a game regularly in this midfield.
Yeah, 23 touches to this point in the third quarter. He's contributed really well.
Yeah, it has been really good. There he is again in the clinches.
Five clearances to go with it.
Well, maybe it was a strategic move by Hardwick to say, mate, here's your chance. You play well for us and we'll give you a game. And he's done that. Kick off the ground by Big Heath Reid. It's just to the left-hand side for another behind. And they've kicked really straight too. 15-5, 95 now, the Suns. 5-7-37 the Lions. 19 played third term. Totally Workwear scoreboard.
For those of you playing along at home, for the Tom Rockcliffe record, Noah Anderson still 20 disposals shy of Tom Rockcliffe's Q-Class record. A good mark taken back with the flight by Dunkley. Released Archie quickly. Support runner is Marshall. Ignored him. Drove it in deep instead. Hewland beat him to the football. Big Darcy sees it over the line for a boundary throw in right forward pocket. An opportunity for the Lions to perhaps keep it down their end for a while.
So they've lost 12 out of the last 13 Q-Clashes have the Suns, and they've had enough by the looks. This would be a win for the ages, as was the Collingwood game a couple of weeks ago. One of their best in the club's history. This will be right up there too if they can continue this form.
And if you go in taking that into finals, knocking off the last two premiers, who are you scared of?
It's a great point for one, isn't it?
It's a great point. I mean, you just have to beat the opposition who's there on any given day, don't you? And you play like this and you'll beat anyone. You bring good pressure and hit your targets, you're a chance. Fletcher just fumbled at crucial time and it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Throw it in. Chris Robbie. Jared Oscar.
The story of Joel Jeffrey's another one that if we had more time I'd love to unpack with you two, because that Charlie Ballard injury,
keep your arms free, Will.
For all the disappointment and doom and gloom, Joel Jeffrey has risen in the absence of Charlie Ballard this season. As Rao gets another clearance. It's going to be marked by Leicester though.
Back behind you, Mark.
Told to go back behind the mark.
Stand.
He's still 80 metres from goal. He's just going to drive it into that dangerous spot. 20 out from the Lions goal. Fought to rise high. Tough to mark. Yulin, a lofty handball, finds Ashcroft. Davies got to him. Neil swung in the tackle. Ashcroft again taken down. Rao got the hands to Fiorini. Mid-air handball to Ainsworth. There's that work rate. There's that pressure. Farah's taken over the line. The big body of Alex Davies in these conditions is thriving.
It sure is. Yeah, he's been impressive with his opportunity in the middle of the ground. No doubt in the back of last week, the Suns, the amount of missed tackles they had against Adelaide, it's been a real focus for them today, hasn't it? You can see in the clinches, they're up for it. They've been making sure Brisbane have no time and space when they get it and sticking their tackles.
Yeah, there's five changes. There's Anderson again. Get a handball. Get it away. Get a touch. No, holding the ball. Right half forward, Berry puts it inside 50. Big Oscar punched away by Big Mac. Jeffrey, handball towards Noble. Receives it, does Mac Andrew. Now to Matty Rao. He must be just about leading all comers at the moment. Matty Rao will get his Triple M Red Z lending stats pretty soon. As the Suns get it again, Jai Farah has had a good game. The little 1-2 with Ainsworth is good. Ethan Reid needs to bend down from a long way up. Back to Farah. Good work rate. Ainsworth again just hacks it inside forward 50. King's got one to beat, which is Harris Andrews. Andrews punches it away. Darcy Fort's handball. Puts Zorko onto the pump. King's there. He's got company. He's got Harris Andrews. But here's the Suns. Snap on goal by Anderson is to the right-hand side.
Jeez, they had the extra number again, didn't they? Just every time the ball goes into any area on the ground, it seems that they have the extra number through their work rates. Very impressive.
Lockie Neal might want to call for a head count. He might want to stop the game and ask for the old school, how many have they got on the field right now? Because the Suns seem to have 2-1 at every contest. 95 plays 37, yes. 95 plays 37 in wet, slippery conditions here at People First Stadium. Will Ashcroft takes off through the middle. Bailey going to get shut down by Weller. Stepped inside. Opportunity here. Zach Bailey drives the kick in the Archie direction. It's a precise kick, but Archie just couldn't complete the diving mark. And a boundary throw will happen in the left forward pocket for the Brisbane Lions.
It's moments like that where you kick just 2 metres, a little bit closer to him. Blackie takes the mark, kicks a go, and it just might spark something. But it's just not happening for them today, the Brisbane Lions. Here's a kick up and under by Levi Ashcroft. Who's there? Charlie's there, but couldn't take the mark. Punched over the boundary line by the Suns' defence.
When the ball leaves a congested area, it's just the ease that the Suns have been able to get that footy out and link up with their hands unpressured has been the most concerning thing for Chris Fagan this afternoon.
24 minutes played on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. 95 plays 37. So from the stoppage, the Lions are under the pump. Ainsworth tackled to the ground. And they'd be happy with that, just chewing up any sort of clock.
Back this way, Darcy.
They've got a winning lead right now, and they're playing smart footy, so you just can't see them getting beat. Will Ashcroft tackled. Hacked out of there by Fiorini. Ethan Reid caught behind, gives away a free kick.
Well, they're closing in percentage-wise on the Hawks at the moment. 0.6% behind the Hawks.
He's outside 5.
Leicester with the free kick. Don't forget, Macca's big arch has now arrived at Macca's. I'd be checking out one of those on the way home. Inside forward 50. Powell tried to claim the mark. It went through about 4 sets of hands. Jeffrey to Flanders. They escape to the outer side. Holman. Wilmot's come off his man, so if they can get the bounce, it'll sit. The Lions, though, through Wilmot did really well. Ashcroft, there's a free kick going to Levi. Holman got him high, 55 from home.
No movement ahead of the ball.
We know he's just going to drive it into that dead pocket. Morris claims he was held by Mac Andrew. Matt Rao there, quick hands. Still in that left forward pocket. Rayner went for the miracle goal. Rao hunting it, hands and knees. Going head to head with the other ball, Rayner. Adams sits on it. Ashcroft sits on him. We'll have a ball up left forward pocket for the Lions.
Yeah, they're flat, aren't they, Brisbane today? They don't have the energy ahead of the footy. Any movement, just a down day energy-wise.
The pressure's elite from the Suns. Witts towards the boundary line, and it goes over. for a throw-in.
Now, for those of us playing the Tom Rockcliffe game, Simon Black, what's Matt Rowell and Noah Anderson up to?
Matty Rouse up to 30. Noah Anderson's 28. So
Tom Rockcliffe with the Q Clash record of 47 disposals.
That was in round 18, 2014. Rocky chalked up 47. So we're on the record watch as the Suns bring it out of defence. Butterick goes back to Rao. He's got another one. Pumps it down the line. Lions have the numbers. Almost a mark, if not a free kick. And now we'll go to Jasper Fletcher, who's just signed a 4-year extension. And a potential future captain of the club squares it to Starcevic, who's had a bit of a dirty day as Star, so we've all had him. It just happens.
Move it on. Play on.
Called to play on. Suns aren't going to him. They're going to force him into a decision.
Good.
That decision is a long driving ball in the Oscar McInerney direction. Archie gave it to Neil, who was standing on the wrong side of the boundary line. We'll have a throw in, left half forward. 95 plays 37. The Suns with a massive 58-point lead. Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. Bob Jane team out to Belinda Mellon.
Yeah, boys, this may not surprise you, but I've just had a cheeky text from Tom Rockcliffe, who is supremely confident that his record is safe. And it's fair to say he is still smarting over the fact that he was not awarded the Marcus Ashcroft medal with his 47 touches.
Here's Archie for Brisbane B. He has a swat on goal, but pushed it to the right-hand side. Carry on.
Oh, no, he's filthy, he's dirty, and he'll probably never get over it, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll tell us all about that next week.
Bob Jane Team Arts, they've got great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today, T's and C's apply.
Well, it'd be even more so quite the record given the conditions as well. It's pretty tough to win a footy out there. Rocky had a perfect day, of course, during that time. It was sunshine and he got fed the ball. He was rather selfish on the day. I think I remember that.
I reckon Pierce Hanley won it that day.
He did.
He obviously came down and played for the Suns late in his career too, didn't he?
Was he one of the mercenaries?
No, that was just Risher and Jared Brennan.
I think he had 45.
Yeah, he had a
memory.
bunch of it too.
Yep. So 45 and 47 in the one game.
Boundary throw in centre wing, Matt Rao. Caught with the football in hand by Dunkley. Umpire said play on. Fiorini. He got caught by McCluggage. Will Ashcroft back to Marshall. Fort's going to slam it on the boot. That'll go out of bounds on the full, will it? Oh, no, it stayed in. Hipwood somehow a magic trip kept it in. Noble, a magic trip of his own. I don't know how John Noble stayed in bounds, kept possession, and didn't get caught there. Hewland's it hot under the collar now. Dunkley, suddenly Josh Dunkley's come to life in this contest. Couple of big tackles and a ball up 45 out from the Lions goal.
Well, they need more than just Dunks coming alive. They need a spark. And McCluggage getting wrapped up. Umpire not mucking around. Balls it up 45 out from the Lions goal. Here's Lockie Neal. Swing and a miss. Didn't make contact with his boot.
There's just no stoppage. There's no movement from the Lions in that forward 50, have they? It's their forward 50. There's no mids or forwards trying to get through the stoppage to get out.
McCluggage caught. Noble got rid of it. Centre wing, big moment. Harris Andrews slipped off his hand. Bailey Humphrey saw it coming, moved it forward. Now it's a foot race. Long v Starcevic. Long kept it in front of him. Starcevic did really well. A big win for the Lions defender. Gave it to Marshall. Fort couldn't complete the mark. Noble couldn't take the ball with him. This happening centre wing. Neal's caught in the tackle from Rao. Drives him into the turf and we'll have a ball up centre wing near side of People First Stadium.
Pretty lucky he took on the tackler. He had prior, I would have thought. Umpire gave him the benefit. Quick hack out of there by Weller. That's a good tackle as well. Applied. Dunkley lost the footy. Will Powell. Now the Suns are out. They got numbers out wide. Jeffrey got a handball away. Ainsworth takes his time. Who's he got? He's got Fiorini in the centre. Quick little kick to Long. He's got 4. Here's for a handful. Blackie mentioned he's the type of player who can bob up and kick 4 or 5, and he was spot on. He is aiming at his 5th. Blackie from 40 out directly in front.
I'm saying at a grand final chance. I reckon he's got the temperament to be a big game player and a big granny, I reckon, one day if they can get there. But time will tell, but again, just too easy from the Suns through the middle of the ground. Pressure from Brisbane, just not up to scratch. And again, work rate fantastic from the Suns.
Well, this is game, set and match. If he puts this through, Lions have no chance. Oh, he's got it underneath it, Blackie. It's like a little wedge, but it's just to the right-hand side. It's just hit short of the pin and spun back. And it's off the green, so that would have definitely put a nail in the coffin, but that's like it's a 10-goal margin. I don't think Brisbane have got any chance with a quarter to go with just about a three-quarter time.
Wilmot goes long. Power with a big fist, sends it to the line. Ben Long's kicked 4 goals. This is the 4th time in his career he's kicked 4 goals. So he's got a full quarter for the first time ever to kick a bag of 5. And meanwhile, can we get an update, because we've got 17 seconds left in this quarter. What do we need to see out of Matt Rowell in the final quarter to knock Rockcliffe off his perch, Blackie?
Nah, look, he's up just the 31 touches.
So he's up against it, is what you're saying.
I think Rock's record might be quite safe.
Matt Rowell is wandering to this stoppage. There'll be 7 seconds left to throw it in and hopefully see Matt Rowell handball it, get it back, handball it again. Maybe 3, I don't know. 7 seconds left to play. Spins back in. Witts puts it down in the Matt Rowell direction. Count that, umpire. You put a boot on it, surely. Now we'll have a ball up. Siren sounds.
There we go. Let's wait till we come back.
Right.
I've got a little question to pose to you.
All right. Well, Chris Fagan will be posing questions of his players at this three-quarter time break. They trailed by 33 points at the main break. At three-quarter time, they are 58 points in arrears of the Gold Coast Suns. 15-6-96, the Suns lead. The Lions 5-8-38. 1 quarter left to play in Q Clash 29 for McDonald's Arima Water Triple M Rocks Footy.
That quarter for Totally Workwear. Rise and grind with Totally Workwear. Seriously tough workwear, safety and uniform gear for serious players. Totally Workwear. Love your work.
For McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks Footy.
the Big Arch Burger has now arrived at Macca's.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A5 5G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 10% off your next break. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Subject to availability, T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful. Mitre 10.
Hi, Jane here. We've got top brands at budget-friendly prices at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? Buy 3 Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumo tyres and the 4th tyre's free. Get up to $200 instant cashback on Bridgestone and Pirelli tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
50 out on the boundary. Simo, self-employed mechanic from Cranbourne. Knocked back by the big banks when he applied for a loan. Don't forget that. But he backs himself now. And that is what Red Z loves. Kick set. Oh, an almighty roost. Straight through the eye diddle with Red Z backing him all the way.
Loans for the self-employed? Win with RedZ. Talk to your broker or contact RedZ. Australian Credit Licence 31128.
Looking for the best deal on a new mobile? Harvey Norman Android price splits on now. Save $100 on Motorola G85, now under $300. Save $200 on Samsung Galaxy A56, now just $498. Save $100 on Samsung Galaxy A16, now under $200. And Oppo A5 5G, $258, save $40. More big savings on mobiles in store and online. Android price blitz on now. Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
Three-quarter time of Q Clash 29 and the Suns are feeling fine. 15-6, 96. They lead the Brisbane Lions by 58 points. 5-8-38. The defending premiers are on their heels with 1 quarter left to play. Wet, slippery conditions after consistent rain throughout the afternoon makes this almost mission impossible for Chris Fagan and his men with 1 quarter left to go. Liam Flanagan here alongside Richard Champion, Belinda Mellon, boundary side for Bob J. Teamarts, and this man Simon Black.
Oh, funny. It's a masterclass from the Gold Coast Suns, and particularly their midfield this afternoon. Matty Rowell and Noah Anderson. There's a real battle going on for the Marcus Ashcroft medal between them. To give you some numbers, Matty Rowell is at the 31 touches. 20 of those are contested to three-quarter time and 12 clearances to go with it to three-quarter time. That's Matty Rowell. A hell of a day. 7 tackles as well. Noah Anderson on the 28 disposals and 2 goals. Actually, they've taken that goal off him, just the 1 goal to three-quarter time. But yeah, it's been a masterclass. A super impressive effort from the Suns. Winners everywhere. Been absolutely winners everywhere for them. Through the middle of the ground, down back, in the forward line. Benny Long's kicked the 4 goals, and for the Brisbane Lions fans out there, I guess it's just it's a really flat day by them. The ease at which the ball leaves the congested area from the Suns, the pressure is just not there from the Lions today. They need to find something this last quarter.
Well, if they win today, the Gold Coast Suns, it'll be the first time in their history that they've won 12 games in a season. Last year, their 11 wins was a club record. They're 1 quarter away from setting a new club record. We're underway in the final term for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Zach Bailey has it, centre wing, inside forward 50. He drives the ball for the Lions. Oscar Adams, what a job he's done on Charlie Cameron today. Lofty handball from Weller. Mac Andrews going to get caught. Oh, no whistle. Everybody stopped expecting the umpire to blow the whistle for holding the football. Instead, the umpire said play on. Zorko back to Gardner. Gardner now will send it back down the line. Noble will mark this on his chest.
Been good. Gave him a rap and he's turned the ball over, but it has gone off Hipwood's arm and gone out of bounds. But Johnny Noble just rebounding off half back as he always does.
One of the recruits of the year, champs.
Yeah, been very good. And Rioli, of course, is out for a few weeks with that injured leg. Here's Dunkley from the stoppage, a little up and under. Punched away, Jeffries. Handball was okay. Here's Noble again, wrapped up, loses the footy. McCluggage handballs to Neil. Neil missed his target, which was Big Oscar. That's hard to do. Back to Lockie Neal, just check sides it inside forward 50. Little bit of luck here, two-handed grab it. No, not quite by Zach Bailey. Spills to McCluggage again. Here's Neal, puts it to the top of the square, but the Suns are all like, what? No, play to the umpire, touch, okay off the footy. Bailey hacks it around, not going anywhere in a hurry. Really hard to control this wet footy. Ashcroft sees it over the boundary line.
Boundary throw in left forward pocket, 96 plays 38.
Oscar.
A good turnout in these conditions. The upper tiers are filled here at People First Stadium. The lower seats have been abandoned. A few brave poncho wearers stay there as Neil got some separation. If this gets a bounce, it's called touched off the boot. It went through the middle, was called touched off the boot. We'll head for a score review. The call definitively from the field umpires was for touched.
Score review. Umpire's call is touched, one behind. please check if it was touched off the boot.
The Harvey Norman Android price blitz is on now. Score unbeatable deals on big brand mobiles in-store and online. Best prices guaranteed. What are you seeing, Simon Black?
The camera doesn't catch it on this angle, but see, it's a long way away, this second camera angle, and look, based on, can't see any hands, that's going to be a point.
Umpire's call, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to overrule that.
Just when it comes off the boot.
So the behind will stand, which means that the Lions will remain 57 points behind on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au. I don't know why we're bothering to review this again.
Review complete. Looking at these angles, there is insufficient evidence to determine whether the ball was touched. Decision on scoreboard.
So it will register as a behind. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. 96 plays 39.
So it was 16 points at quarter time, 33 at half time, 58 at three-quarter time, and that one's been taken away from Lockie Neal and the Lions. Touched just off the boot. So now the Suns will bring it back in towards Witts and big Oscar McInerney. Matty Rao waits for it. And he's going to get a little touch here, will he? Yes, a little handball. Comes out towards Fiorini. Kick around the corner, Starcevic and Long to do battle. Matty Rao again, busts away. He's just a bull. Here's Matty Rao, puts it up towards King. Free kick against Harris Andrews. It'll be a King free kick. Said you held his arm. You didn't allow him to run up the footy. So King now goes to the top of the square. Coming out to meet it was Big Heath Reid. Lockie Neal covering a lot of territory. Darcy Gardner just hacks it out of there. Anderson is going to run onto this. Jeffrey tries to keep it in play. No, it's just gone over now. For a throw-in, 70 out from the Suns goal. Matty Rao, Red Z Lenders, Blackie.
Up to 33 touches. Noah Anderson 28. Johnny Noble 26 for the Lions. Lockie Neal leading the way with 28. McCluggage 23 and Zach Bailey 23.
Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. Boundary throw-in, right half forward for the Suns. Witts just stood in place, trying to take the football through with power. McCluggage drove his legs through the contest, but that is going to land in the lap of Sam Collins. What a welcome return he has been in defence for Damien Hardwick, the general, who's missed the last 3 weeks. On 15, called the play on. Players didn't hear. Flanders took the mark at centre half back. Insufficient distance. Noble, who's been excellent. I feel like John Noble's been back to his best.
Yeah, superb. 27th touch, Flanders.
Wow. Geez, so they've really chalked up the numbers, haven't they? A lot of the Suns, Blackie, and a few that aren't midfielders as well.
Yeah, the handball receives have been a big one. Now, I keep talking about the pressure or lack of for the Lions. The Gold Coast Suns to three-quarter time had 55 more handball receives, and a lot of those just to get out into space far too easily from the Lions' perspective.
Butterick just dumps it down the line, and the Lions just punch it over. Now, the question I was going to pose to you guys just before three-quarter time was, it'd be interesting to see what Dimmer Hardwick does here in this final term. Given they've got the game in hand, will he now sort of rest and just a couple of his stars, just with 10 to go, just bring them off and say, boys, we just don't want to get you injured? I don't know.
Well, I reckon Damien Hardwick wants Tom Rockcliffe to lose that record as much as we do, so I reckon he keeps Matty Rowell out there in the heat of the contest. Noble shovels it forward. Starcevic ran headlong into his teammate Will Ashcroft. Brandon Starcevic is out of sorts tonight, Blackie.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's been caught holding the ball several times. His disposal when he's got it hasn't been flash. He's just looking tentative. You can see he's feeling the perceived pressure of the Suns when he does get the ball. He's out of sorts today.
Throwing 60 out from the Suns goal. Big Oscar takes front position and tries a clever little kick, but this will be insufficient. Noble just got a hand to it. Neal just hacks it forward. Logan Morris hasn't seen much of the footy tonight either. And that's deliberate. Yeah, that's against young Oscar Adams, who just didn't really disguise that too well at all, Blackie.
No, it's fair to say.
That was his whole intention.
Inside forward 50 for the Lions. Wilmot is drifted forward. Anderson to Rao. Feels like a shortcut key on the keyboard. Anderson to Rao. We say it that often. and Ben Long, who's got 4. Bailey Humphrey ran inside forward 50. The kick won't do him any favours. He's got a teammate further ahead. Ben King gave it back inside. Ainsworth to finish off the work. It looks fun to be a Gold Coast Sun right now. Ainsworth's got 2. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. The 100 is up. 102 plays 39. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
I think Noah Anderson might have just taken back the Marcus Ashcroft medal. That handball jams off half back. That was A1. But he did handball to his mate Matty Rao, who was contending for the medal with, and he set up a lovely piece of play himself. But that's the Gold Coast Suns at their best, isn't it? Just the transition through middle of the ground. Loving Ben Long's game today. I mean, if it wasn't for those 2 Suns midfielders, Ben Long would be the best player on the ground. Ben Ainsworth, lovely finish. Just the class of the Suns today. Pats on the back all round.
Well, it's almost official. The Gold Coast Suns will play finals footy in 2025. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. We're back inside the forward 50 for the Suns once more. The Lions are just panicking and hacking out of there. Lockie Weller shot on goal to the left-hand side. In fact, he's missed everything. It's gone out of bounds on the fall. But they've got a game in hand, remember. But as we mentioned a couple of times throughout the call, their percentage all important now. They are a couple of games behind the Hawks and the Giants. 1 game behind Freo, but they will now skip ahead of Freo on percentage and potentially the Hawks and the Giants.
Still a lot to play out. The ladder deceives with these. The way the season's rolled out, you can't really trust the ladder until all these games get sorted out. Fletcher has the ball, goes corridor, finds Levi Ashcroft, who's been quiet today. First year player, gives it to brother Will.
Tell you what this game does though, this game consolidates based on the Tigers and the Bombers in the last 5 games that they've got to play.
Oh, Weller on Marshall. The Lions had so many loose players out. That was all or nothing from Lockie Weller. He delivered in a very big way, won the free kick.
Yeah, great tackle. Yeah, it's an interesting stat. I mean, today's win against the second-ranked Lions, the Suns have got the Tigers and the Bombers in the next 5 games, so you think you're going to chalk those ones down.
And Essendon. You said the Bombers. Oh, are they the Bombers? Yeah. Sorry, Blackie, my bad. As the rain continues to fall here, big time. They've
got 4 games against teams who can't make finals on their run home.
So, the Tigers, the Blues, the Giants, and Port Adelaide, and the Bombers.
So throw in, 60 out. As Witts does battle against Oscar McInerney. Here's Matty Rowell again. Another touch inside forward 50. Long flies for the footy. Couldn't complete it. Jai Farrick gets a handball away. Anderson's wrapped up. Here he is, Bailey Humphrey. Bailey Humphrey, your man!
Build the statue!
Flanner's man's got another one. And Bailey Humphrey has been exceptional this afternoon. His 3rd goal, that seals the deal if it wasn't sealed halfway through the second term. 17-6, 108 to 5-9-39, 11 played final term. That's on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
Are you an ambassador for the town of Maui or something, or what's going on there?
I'd love to be. I just love the way this young man goes about his football. He carries himself with a calm confidence off the field as well.
What I want to know is, you don't say McCluggage from Ballarat.
Nah. Well, Ballarat's produced lots of stuff.
Right.
Ballarat's a big town.
That's the reason.
Right? I don't know much that's come out of Maui, but I'll never forget Bailey Humphrey. Ball back in the middle for McDonald's, Ream, Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Rayner takes it away with a good clearance inside forward 50. Hewlin to Adams. Opportunity begging for the Lions. It's near the goal square. Hewlin went backwards again. Adams feeling the heat. He's managed to... No, he didn't keep it in. Out of bounds on the full. Berry will take the free kick.
Thank you.
Not a big joint, no. Not a lot comes out of there. I'm giving it time in the spotlight.
No, it's good. It's good. There's been a couple, I think, isn't there?
Very short little kick. Finds Rayner. 30 out, tight angle.
Very tight angle. 3 or 4 metres inside the boundary, but he loves these scenarios, Cam Rayner. Had a very quiet afternoon.
Well, there won't be too much celebrating, even if he does slot this one through, Blackie. They know the game's beyond them. They'd be really disappointed with what they've brought to the table this afternoon, the Brisbane Lions. Here's Cam Rayner. He struck it pretty well, and yeah, it's a good goal. Well done, Cam Rayner. And the Lions, he's trying to get his team fired up. So boys get over to me, and they go, well, you know, the game's beyond us. Whatevs. But that is a good goal by Cam Rayner. He hasn't stopped trying. He's had a really good year this year, Cam Rayner. They'll bounce back from this. I mean, you don't sit second on the ladder for nothing. And they had a little drop back here a few weeks ago, about 7 weeks ago. They lost 3 in a row, and they've won their last 4, and they will lose this one, but they will bounce back again.
Simon, do you want to know a bit about Moe? The Somervilles are from there. Peter Somerville, Bombers. But if you go to TripAdvisor and look up the number one thing to do in Moe, it's the Turfside Bistro.
Right.
It's the number one thing to do in Moe.
Turf. Is it the Turf Club?
No, I don't know. It's the Turfside Bistro. That's all I know about it. Here he is again, the boy from Moe, Bailey Humphrey, inside forward 50, driving it long. I'm just saying.
You need to get down there.
If a bistro is the number one thing,
I think he's the ambassador for the.
I think we should be celebrating Bailey Humphrey. They're going to rename it to the Bailey Humphrey Side Bistro. Boundary throw and left forward pocket for the Suns.
It's not a big joint, is it?
You ever been, Chet?
No, I never wanted to be honest.
Oh. Population of 9,500.
That is a small joint.
Boundary throw in, Suns forward 50. Leo Lombard looks like he's been subbed into the game. We'll get down to Belinda Mellon shortly. He's going to take his opportunities. Fresh legs in these conditions. Holman. Handball back to Anderson. Couldn't get the hands up cleanly. Belinda Mellon, Bob Jane Teamarts.
Yes, it is Sam Collins sitting at the back of the box for the Gold Coast Suns. Makes sense, boys. It's just tactical. He's returning from injury, so they'll ease him into the game.
Bob Jane Teamarts, great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply.
That's good news. As Jeffrey pumps it up towards Long. Jeez, he's been dangerous. Here's your man again. Bailey Humphrey won't give up. Second effort, went hard at it. Long hacks it off the ground. Bailey Humphrey again. Murray, here we come. No, just to the right-hand side. The Turf Bistro nearly got another run. I reckon he'd pick up a palmy pretty quick, pretty cheap there.
The Bailey Burger will be on the menu by full time today. Lions take it into the outer side. 109 plays 45, a 64-point lead. When's the last time the Lions got done by 10 goals? As they explore the outer side, a drop mark from Hugh McCluggage. You don't see that too often. Ball in dispute. Davies, Bailey, inside forward 50. No mark taken, fist over the line from Harris Andrews.
Magpies got him Easter Thursday by 52 points, didn't they? But interesting stat here, guys, a curious stat. No team that has been beaten by the Suns in a season has gone on to win a premiership.
Really?
Okay.
Random stat, isn't it?
Where'd you pluck that one from?
Oh, a great producer, Alex, in the back.
Someone sent that to him. Someone sent it.
Thanks, Al.
He does less homework than me, I would have thought.
You can always tell that he hasn't discovered it himself when he can't pronounce it properly.
Have to read something.
So the ball goes through for rush behind. Lions bring it back in. Down the line, Logan Morris. There's Leicester takes the mark. Logan Morris' stats this afternoon, Blackie, just
2 kicks.
Hasn't been able to get the footy, has he? There you go, 2 touches. Here's Ashcroft, willed tight. Just picked it up, just rushed it forward. Big Mac Andrew, he'll run this through if he's smart, and he does.
Oh, deliberate.
Oh, mate, he was within 2 metres of him, you stupid man. Like, seriously, come on, give me a spell. That is just poor umpiring. Don't look at the scoreboard, mate, and say we'll give him an easy one.
Sam Marshall gets the gift of a goal.
That's his first goal in AFL footy. They all come from everywhere.
Oh, that's a shallow one, isn't it?
Harris Andrews, Darcy Wilmot, all the defenders coming up to Sam Marshall because he's kicked his first goal in AFL football.
That's great.
And despite the circumstances, it is still a monumental moment for young Sam Marshall.
Wow.
Doesn't matter how he got it.
Old mate will be running around in Werribee next week. That's a bad call.
So a goal to the Lions, 7-9-51. Margin now back under 10 goals.
He's even disappointed with it. He's should have got that.
Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. The ball's back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks Footy. Don't forget, Ream Hot Water is built tough for Aussie conditions when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install the Ream. We've got 10.5 minutes left to play in Q Clash Derby. 29, Matt Rao. Oh, Matty Rao. Will he load up from 50? Oh, they said he ran too far.
What is happening?
Oh, he missed it anyway.
Charlie Cameron.
He ran 10 metres.
It didn't feel like he'd run the distance, champs.
Oh, what is it? Just dropped the ball, I reckon. The boys in blue this afternoon, just in the last 2 minutes. Been pretty good up until then.
Outside 5.
So the Lions now at left half back.
Play on.
Wilmot looking to dump it down the line. There's not much on offer. Logan Morris is trying hard, but Mac Andrew in the way. Tapped it down again. Blackie's man Will Power gets it to over the top now. Yeah. It's what's it?
Lombard.
Lombard is on. He's the sub. Started as a sub. Let's turn that over. Lockie Neal. One way, then the other. Needs support. He's got it in Ashcroft. Oh, gee, there's nothing going forward for Brisbane. They're just hacking it out of there. Jeffrey couldn't take the mark. Spills it. They got the numbers and the time.
Adams, Noble, pursued by Bailey, who refuses to give up. Jeffrey sees it over the line. Boundary throw in centre wing. Tell you what, though, Blackie, your Triple MVP award coming up. I know the Marcus Ashcroft medal will be awarded, but Triple MVP award, that's the one they want to win. It's not going to be easy to give the votes today.
I've got 3 clear blokes in my mind.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. The order you put them in, though, is the big question.
Yeah, got that sorted.
You've already figured it out.
Well, what
you're going to disregard the last 10 minutes of the game.
Well, maybe I'll pause on that a little bit. But
all right. Ben Long could kick 3.
He might get through.
Levi Ashcroft, centre wing, near side, People First Stadium, drives it inside forward 50. Hewland and Adams fist it down. Nick Holman, big moment for him. Lots of numbers here for the Lions. Oh, dear.
I mean, that sums up the afternoon, doesn't it? Zach Bailey had 2 teammates in front of him. Could have just given the handball receive on the Harvey Norman replay. Just a little bit selfish, you'd have to say.
Oh, he's 12 metres out, Blackie. Dead in front.
But he had pressure all over, and that's why he missed it from 12 metres out. He had 2 free teammates in front of him with a little handball.
Joel Jeffrey up towards Big Witsy. Here's Rao just skirting the pack, just waiting to pick it up. Oh, he almost did. He's trying hard again. Ashcroft did really well to get off the ground and get a little finger on it. Wilmot received it from Froggy Lester. Now inside forward 50. Archie meets the footy. Tries to wrap everyone up. It spills free. Rayner's there. In over the top. Working really hard. McCluggage in there. Gee, it's a hard footy to win. Archie had a swipe at the footy but missed it. And Jeffrey will repel for the Suns.
He's been superb again this afternoon, Joel Jeffrey. Composed, delivers to his skipper, Noah Anderson.
What's Jeffrey had? Triple M Red Z lenders, Blackie?
He's had 29.
Huge game for Joel Jeffrey.
30 now touches.
We'd have to check the Triple M Red Z lending stats. He's going to get another one. He didn't want it.
Because he was coming off the bench.
He looks absolutely knackered. Red Z lending stats, REDZED loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. Joel Jeffrey looks exhausted. I don't think he's ever had 30 disposals before. He's like, this is exhausting.
He's brought himself off.
It's hard work. And Big Mac Andrew comes back onto the field. Here's Brisbane, where they just don't know what to do going forward. No one's moving. Eventually, Charlie Cameron put up the one hand, couldn't quite pull it in, and it's just frustrating all round. He would have only been 30 metres out. Would have had a shot on goal. So it's basically a 10-goal margin favouring the Suns. 21 and a half played final term. 17,810 to 710.52. It's on your Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. From the stoppage again. Here's the Suns just waltzing away. Not much pressure on, although that's better pressure. Bailey needs support. Got it in Fletcher. Mac Andrews just come back on the ground. Tried to do a 2-fister on the ball, but basically clean missed it. McCluggage's kick is smothered. There's another shot on goal. Has he got it? I think he has. Yeah, there's not much to cheer about. And it was Cam Rayner who just hacked it and puts it through for the Lions. That's his first of the evening, or the afternoon, I should say. But it matters not. 8:10:58. The Suns still well in control. 17-8, 110, 22 and a half played final term.
Yeah, it was a good scrap from the Lions there in their re-entry back in their forward 50, and a ball bubble around and through lots of sets of hands in the end. Out the back with a bit of space was Cam Rayner, and he's classy enough to finish that, but obviously a much needed goal from his side late this game.
Triple M Seabus Super special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. Simon Black this afternoon watching on as his old side gets handed a good old-fashioned flogging. 6.5 minutes left to play. The Suns lead the game by 52 points. And Noah Anderson takes it away from the middle again. Inside forward 50. Ben Long's got 4.
Oh, here we go.
Free kick. It's going to Ethan Reid. Ethan Reid, who has come into his own in the last probably 6-7 games.
He's improving every game.
He's a young man who's, he's one of those tall, rangy types that was always going to take a little bit longer. But with all the attention around Jed Walter, Ethan Reid has quietly gone about it, and Damien Harpick is a huge fan of what he brings structurally to this side.
He reminds me of Sam Darcy a little bit. Okay. The way he moves, like a similar build. Sam's really excelled, isn't he, in the last 12 months?
He and the
this kid's really going to.
He and Aaron Norton kicked 13 between them last night. Ethan Reid.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. The Palm Beach Currumbin kid gets his first. They'll be going off at the Den, celebrating one of their juniors who's turned into a full-blown senior. 18-8, 116 the Suns. Brisbane Lions 8-10-58. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, classy finish, wasn't it? Big raps on this young player, and seeing the Harvey Norman replay here, just the arms wrapped around him from Harris Andrews. He's had a bit of a frustrating afternoon himself as Harris, but Matty Rao was just obviously magnificent conditions for him in terms of his body shape and his style of play this afternoon. Some of his numbers: 36 disposals, 23 of those contested, 11 tackles, and 14 clearances to go with it. Still almost 6 minutes left in the game.
Ethan Reid turned 22 weeks ago. He is a baby.
He's got a big future ahead of him, that young man. From McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.
Did you not hear what I said about Matt Rao's afternoon?
Here he is, 36. Here's number 37. I heard you say 36. Red Z lending stats. Blackie, there's 37. As he puts it to the top, Long's just flying for everything at the moment. Spills over the back. Ainsworth, goal. 3 for Benny Ainsworth. And they are just pouring it on just like this rain this afternoon. It has just not stopped since quarter time pretty much. And this is a huge win. This is a massive win for this club. They will play finals footy in 2025. Don't worry about that. They got a game in hand, and they're playing a lot of teams that are below them in the last few rounds of footy. So this is exciting for Queensland footy and the Gold Coast in particular. He'd be really proud of his troops this afternoon. Dimmer Hardwick, Blackie, after a 61-point drubbing by the Crows last week.
Oh, haven't they responded beautifully? Just absolutely fantastic. Another stat for you this afternoon. Scores from stoppages. The Gold Coast Suns have kicked 78 points from stoppages. Brisbane's 23 points. Just goes to show the class. I mean, again, I'm going to Matty Rao, absolutely brilliant this afternoon, along with his mate Noah Anderson.
Now, ball back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks Footy. There's Anderson again, feeding it back to Butterick. Holman. One of the inclusions for the Suns this week. It'll be hard to make any changes if they're all fit and healthy. Jai Farrick probably keeps his spot too. Ainsworth's got 3. Left foot to the top of the goal square. Ethan Reid fighting for front spot. Oh, Big East!
There he is.
What about the gangly giraffe?
Benny King.
Arms and legs. It was the wrong player. It was Ben King. I thought it was Big Heath fighting for front spot, but it's Ben King, the forgotten man in all this.
Did look like him, didn't it?
Ben King, who only has the 1 goal that came in the first term this afternoon, has been somewhat forgotten in this performance.
It was a dubious free kick at that too, so hasn't had a big impact.
Ben King, 20 out directly in front, stabs it home, and watch his teammates get to him. They know how important he is for their finals aspirations this season. Ben King kicks goal number 20 for the Gold Coast Suns. 28-128. The Brisbane Lions 8-10-58. on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard?
Oh, the Suns fans that are still here with all the rain are just loving it this afternoon. They've been beaten up on the Lions 12 of the last 13 games, and they're just relishing this winner's feeling this afternoon. It's been a superb effort, champs, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's I love the way they've gone about it. I mean, they could have put the queue in the rack, a quarter ago, but you still see Matty Rowell just working his butt off inside at the stoppages, just not giving up, tackling. Just a really impressive display this afternoon by the Gold Coast Suns, and that's a sign of a good team when your main forward hasn't had a huge impact on the game and they're going to win by 12 goals. McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy out of the centre. The Lions get the clearance here. Ball almost stops on the wet track that it is. Here's Archie. Cal Archie has a shot on goal. Not a bad effort, but it goes across the face and out of bounds on the full. Thought it might have just caught the line.
It'll be interesting how Chris Fagan addresses this game, post-game, won't it? Whether it's a
Oh, here we go. Don't tell him.
Anomaly? Is that the word?
No.
It's close.
No.
Anomaly?
We know what you mean.
Yeah, it's something out of the box, Blackie.
Butchered?
Something that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah. Flanders. Ends it wide. Someone write it down phonetically for him.
Always good for one of them in the game.
wing out of side. Butterick gave it back to Ben Ainsworth. He's having a great game this afternoon. 3 goals. Chip inside. Bailey. Noah Anderson. It's Fiorini. Mark's 45 out. Heavy football. Does he have the journey here, Simon Black?
I'm still trying to pronounce that word in my head, Flanders.
Anomaly. Nope.
Just don't try again.
Here we go.
Fiorini. Hands off. Joel Jeffrey launches one. He's going to miss to the left-hand side. 129 plays 58. Give it one more crack.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
A touch of Rockcliffe about you this afternoon, Flanders, whose record will stay intact by the looks of 47 touches in a Q clash. Noble, he's had plenty of the footy. Oh, he's dropped that one though. That's holding the ball, Johnny.
Brisbane.
Tried to do a little bit too much on that occasion. And Kalachi will receive the free kick. Puts it in the pocket. Oh, gee, it's just not happening for Brisbane. Fiorini mops up, little kick to the defensive 50 to Holman.
Put the queue in the rack, Brisbane, haven't they?
Yeah, Blackie. They know this is beyond them and they just want to get through unscathed now, injury-free. Wilmot, little kicking board is okay. Finds Rayner. So Cam Rayner, he'll kick a couple in the last quarter, you would think. Oh, he's probably right on 50. It might just trouble him to distance with the wet ball. So with 30 and a half played, we've got 2 minutes remaining. This is a big win. We're looking at 12 goals-ish. Didn't see this coming. I really didn't. I thought they'd take it to them.
10 seconds.
Didn't know how they'd respond against that big loss to Adelaide last week. But they have hit back. I would have loved to have been in the change room to see what Dimmer was saying through the week. I know he said some stuff at the presser. That's a good goal, Cam Rayner. Well done. He's just making the scoreboard look a little more respectable for Brisbane. That takes them to 9-10-64. The Suns are 29-129, 31 played. Final turn, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got a powerful leg on him, hasn't he, Cam Rayner, and a nice last quarter. He's kicked a couple of terrific goals. You see the live scoreboard here. It's Gold Coast up into 7th position.
Percentage has got a nice boost too.
Almost up there with the Hawks, but a game. Well, it's hard because they got a game in hand, so it's really hard to work out, isn't it?
Ball's back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Don't forget the Macca's Big Arch has now arrived at Macca's. We're going to have a tight Triple M Amy review coming up after this game because the sheer amount of goals has meant this game has dragged on. And after this, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, you're all off to Optus Stadium for the Western Derby where Lockie Reed, Tom Atkinson, the X-Man Xavier Ellis and Andrew Embley will be calling it. You love a derby, especially over in the West. Don't worry about where West Coast is sitting on the ladder as the Suns shovel it forward. Leo Lombard subbed into the game. Has a runner out wide. It's the boy from Moe. Will he load up from 50? No, he's going to do the team thing and go to the top of the square. Jai Farah put his hands up. It went straight through them. Marked in the back pocket by Jasper Fletcher. A minute left to play.
Fletcher to the outer side, looking for McCluggage, who just fumbles at the crucial time. Now picks it up, and he's wrapped up immediately. The pressure's been good right from the outset from the Gold Coast Suns. Forces a ball up outer side. So 129 plays 64. If you've just joined us on Triple M Footy, 33 played in this final term, just under a minute to play. So from the stoppage now, the Suns go again. This time through Will Powell, puts it to the top of the square. Leicester probably dropped what he should have taken as the rain belts down though. He mops up and hats it out of the D50. Darcy Fort got in the way. McCluggage, little fumble again towards Will Ashcroft, playing in his 50th game this afternoon. Shot on goal here by Davies. Just touched through, might have actually hit the post, I think. Yes, it did. Alex Davies has been really good this afternoon in for his first game, and will certainly hold his spot for next week, you would have thought.
Sure has, champs. He's a second-rated player on the ground. He's been brilliant in his opportunity.
Ball back in play. Damien Hardwick said midweek, for a long period of time, everyone had told them how crap they were, that they're no good and that they don't deserve to be here. And he said, we are about changing that narrative. It's not the same old Suns, it's the brand new Suns. 130 to 64. They have sent a message. This is going to be the shortest Triple M Amy review in history. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy. We've got to head over to the west for the derby between the Dockers and the West Coast Eagles. Simon Black, give us your 3-2-1.
Yes, one vote goes to Benny Long. Had 11 disposals, kicked 4 goals. He was fantastic up in the forward half of his side. 2 votes, Noah Anderson, 33 disposals. Magnificent with his ability to get the ball inside forward 50, 12 inside 50s, kicked a goal, and 3 votes to Matty Rao. Superb effort this afternoon. 37 disposals, 23 of those contested, would you have, and 12 tackles and 14 clearances.
All right, Rao, Anderson and Long get the votes. We got to get out of here. The Q Class 29 has been won by the Suns. Next, we head to the west for the derby between the Dockers and the Eagles. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.